should be live.
Greetings.
Hello. I believe we are now live, so you must hold off on any of your racist jokes or tantrums that you would otherwise bring to the table.
Oh, wow. Thank you for the vote of confidence.
Of course, of course. Weapon customization unlocked.
Yep.
What's happening?
She goes see your stream. In the game? Super Earth has been attacked, and, well, not Super Earth itself. The planets are directly outside of it. There is a massive Illuminate invasion now rolling over, I think only one planet for now, but so the dispatch we got, I can open the companion thing. So, you'll see. So, I don't need that. Okay, so alert, alert, alert. Illuminate fleet, IVO wormhole, Widow's Harbor attacked all units to Widow's Harbor. I'll skip some of this. High Command believes that this fleet's ultimate objective to be the invasion of Super Earth itself. 3 planets lie between the Illuminate and Super Earth: Widow's Harbor, Pylon 5, and New Haven. The Helldivers are ordered to immediately and aggressively interdict the Illuminate advance. Cross-Ministry, this is the important part, Cross-Ministry defense projections indicate that preventing this force from reaching Super Earth is not possible. All 3 planets will fall. The Helldivers are tasked with inflicting as much damage as possible to the enemy fleet, while megacities on Super Earth are bolstered. Battle on Super Earth is inevitable. So...
Super Earth is inevitable. Holy shit.
Defending democracy with Arken the American.
That's
Excellent.
what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do.
Let me boost this.
Are you on the Twitters?
No, I'll just post it in my server.
Okay.
What should I refer to?
Say
A27L?
No, just LSP. A27L is my slave name, dog.
I don't really know what it means. I don't know what it stood for, and I don't think I've ever asked you. So,
LSP or A27L?
well, I know LSP, A27L.
Dude,
I never knew what that
100,000
stood for.
people?
Allied destroyer
Damn.
has joined squadron.
On a Tuesday.
Alright,
That's
what mission level are we looking for?
I usually. So I mean, you're 91. Okay, you're experienced enough. Usually I do 7 on all factions, but we might. I mean, I haven't gone below 7 in a long, long time. Veselovsky, you have a Polish shipmaster. I like this.
We can move up from 7. Start on 7, move up.
Wait. Hang on a second. What happened to the service technician?
This operation would hamstring the
Where'd she
enemy's
go?
capabilities.
There are 3 characters on the ship, right? There's the shipmaster, there's the democracy officer, and there's the service technician. She's just missing.
Oh shit! They got squid ships in orbit above the planet. That's cool. They got their own little.
Wait, I didn't see that.
Mission
Take a look.
coordinates locked.
I like how we're both on fire armor.
Hellpods prime.
I like to use the
Where are the
double
squid-
edge sickle.
I've tried it. I don't mind it, but wait, where are the squid ships? I don't see any squid
Look
ships.
up.
I just see super destroyers.
You don't see a bunch of disked satellites?
No,
Huh.
no, not at all.
Look at my stream then, because I'm looking right at them.
I will look at. Oh yeah. Huh.
Those aren't on
What do
your
you
stream.
know? Also, someone in chat is saying that my audio is louder than yours. Your audio's too quiet. I don't know. I can turn down. You can turn down my audio, or you
No,
can turn
this
up
is
yours.
a perpetual problem with me. It's a delicate balancing act. Plus, I'm a little sick.
That's
so
fine. Just yeah, I can move. I can just move my mic like a couple inches away. I don't know if that's better, but
Alright, Arken is louder. Is this better? I think this is better. Alright,
probably.
let's go.
Helldivers to Hellpods. Helldivers to Hellpods.
Oh,
So there's like the War of the Worlds faction. Is that supposed to be a metaphor
They
for
are.
anything? I never read War of the Worlds.
I've never read War of the Worlds either, and I probably never will. I mean, look, the bugs are the bugs from Starship Troopers,
Which itself was a metaphor for
bunker-
communists, right?
I mean, well, it's supposed to be a fascist government, so I guess so. And then the bots are, I mean, they're just Terminators. It's not exactly subtle. Okay, you're gonna be playing with the double-edged sickle, you said.
No, I'm probably gonna switch to Pairfire for this.
I am going to go with... Actually, I'm gonna go with the Street Scout. I'm gonna go with my Siege-ready armor passive, my beloved. What's a good helmet for this? This is an okay helmet. That's mid. That sucks.
There's levels for your weapons now? Wait.
Yeah, that's the customization thing you saw. That's the big new update.
Okay, so what does it do?
So I haven't gotten to look at it yet. You got me in pretty much instantly. As soon as I loaded up, I need to take a gander. Let me quickly get my armor and such. Okay, and then I can bring my... Well, my favorite against the Illumina is the Adjudicator, so I guess I'll start on that. And for the pistol, I can bring a... Wait, a Senator? I really wish you could upgrade secondaries as well, but I get why you can't. I just think it'd be cool.
I feel like if you just let the perks happen, so like weapons can get this too, but I'm mostly thinking armors. But if you could just have the perks as like this individual like perk card that you can assign to whatever armor you wanted, that would be like so much nicer.
That's like the what they have in Battlefront 2 star cards. I think that's how that works though. You level up and your weapons and you gain like attachments to it that you can mix and match as you want, and there's 3 like preset configs. That means there's a lot of attachments. I saw something last night that was like, this adds 500 hours of gameplay, which, like, how much time in this game do I have right now? 440 hours? So like, that would more than double the time I have after a year.
Yeah, that's a little handsome.
More than a year. No. Like a year and a few months. Like a year and a month. I didn't join until like the Men-Kent line offensive. Okay.
Wait, is there
I'm
some
gonna go with
reason
my
I can't
tried and
select Eagle or 120?
Well, because you already have all 4 of your stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to change them. Like, you know how you can change them. I'm trying to change them.
Yeah, you just did.
Oh, okay. Why wouldn't it wouldn't? It was like grayed out. It wouldn't let me select.
That's quite odd. Maybe because I'm on the selection screen? I don't really know. I'm figuring out to bring for my weapon. We need anti-heavy weapons. Do you have a heavy
I got HMG.
Machine gun?
Yeah.
I'll bring a Wasp. Wasp is just a good weapon all around on the Illuminate.
I imagine the big thing we're gonna have to deal with are the walkers.
Yeah, I've heard that there's the Walker and there's the new Walmart Rat King from Last of Us. So basically imagine a bunch of voteless fused together and it's just a tower of undemocratic flesh.
A mass of undemocratic, unthinking hordes? No, say it ain't so.
In other words, we're fighting Republicans.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with that. I don't know what I just squished, but okay.
Landed on an overseer. You just landed on an overseer. Ooh, that's the new, that's the... Hello, Voteless, my old friend.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Maybe I shouldn't shoot you.
Never mind.
Yeah, probably not. I got it. Do you have a Scorcher?
No, not on me. I'm using the Purifier.
And what was it? Oh! Okay, I like the Purifier. It's a good weapon.
It is indeed.
Let me quickly post my my little announcement. I never actually did that.
I'm on the terminal. Hellbomb armed! Clear the area!
Okay, there we go. Oh dear. Oh! Could've warned me about that.
Oh, by the way, I threw a hell bomb.
Yeah, too late now.
I'm sure you'll be fine. See?
I will. I'm picking up samples because maybe they will be useful now. Maybe the DSS will be upgraded someday.
No.
I mean, so like, we know that... I should turn down my audio. We know that Super Earth is going to be attacked, but like, so this order is a week. So I don't know if Super Earth's going to be next, or is it going to be like Is it going to take like a month? And whoa.
This is for you.
Down. All right.
West.
Oh.
100 meters.
Oh yeah, let's go that direction.
down.
No. You're right. Yeah, let's go that way.
Tagging map. Southeast.
Get that black box.
200 meters.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Heavy. South. Close.
That's going to be a problem.
Calling down a sentry. Reloading.
Okay. Hang on, if you can take out its armor, I can... Yeah, that's what I like to see. Illumina are not, like, a bad faction to fight, you just need actual team play. Which is why I only play them at this point when I'm on call with someone.
I actually find them like a tremendously well. Now that there's the update, this might be different, but I find them to be just horribly boring.
Oh, there's our friend.
Who's our friend?
So I'm gonna try and see what the Wasp can do against it. I've heard 4 shots can take it out. Yep, target down.
Nice. Another one right there.
Illuminate. Southeast.
Okay. I love playing artillery. Yeah, they were very boring because there were only 4 enemy types. Now it's 7. I imagine they will be... In fact, I know they will be releasing more as the fight goes on, right? This is only the start of the
Package
fleet.
acquired.
I've seen, like, sneak peeks and such.
300 meters.
So there will be... Okay, I want to see if I can take these guys out the conventional way. Probably not. Insofar as I can tell, these guys are essentially chargers on steroids.
Like they're supposed to run after you like really quickly?
I don't mind dying a little bit for democracy. Oh yeah, very quickly. Yeah, they are just like chargers. You can dodge them the same way. They're just way faster. So yeah, that was 2 entire mags, plus help from you, so... Oh, plus like 2 Senator mags. Would not recommend doing it that way. Would not recommend.
Okay. So big in the news. Donald Trump has secured a historic, never before seen, unimaginably beneficial tariff deal with China.
Old news, that was like
Thoughts?
2 days ago.
Yeah, does it ever feel like in the Trump world that like we're in this weird timeline vortex thing where like this is deliberate. I know it's something Steve Bannon said, right? They just overflow like people's senses with like different things they're doing all at once. But damn, is it effective?
So
it messes with your sense of time.
I'm finally trying to publish the second Politics of Star Wars video dealing with copyright bullshit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Andor Season 2 is going on, which I have not watched yet. I'm kind of waiting for it to be done, and then I'm... Whoa! Hello! It's that thing.
What was that?
Damn, okay. That was their, like, new jet fighter thing.
So they have like an air force?
You should be very afraid. Yep, I do now. I want to try something. You should be able to take down... Whoa! Yeah. That's
okay.
rough. If you can take down... Okay, let me try something. Okay, so you can take down dropships, or warp ships, whatever they're called. So it looks like they light up an area with blue, and there's like a 1 or 2 second time frame where it's lit up and you're not dead. But so, I think if they just keep coming on for strafing runs... no, I did not take it down. I damaged it, but I did not take it down. But yeah, so in Andor Season 1, there's this excellent line that it's easier to hide behind 40 atrocities than 1.
Yeah! Perfectly sums
I
this
heard
up.
this about Trump some time ago, but... Oh, shit.
It's just like when you think he can't get lower, there's a new outrage that demonstrates he's in fact lower, and it's really hard to talk about the previous outrage. It seems like it's every day there's something new. Like, American citizens are deported, and that's just like sleeper news now. Like, who gives a shit? American citizens are deported, you know?
Oh crap! I didn't realize you were.
Yeah, your
Try and drop on the
ship kinda blew me
on
up.
the Emu Charger.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Then-
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Where's the fighter jet? Did you check it out?
Right.
By democracy. Oh shit. So does that leave any kind of a lingering effect? It does not. It's just an aesthetic. Let's see.
Okay.
Did I miss that? Crap.
Can I just shoot these things if they come in for a dive?
That's what I've been trying to do. I think you can. There's got to be some kind of... I'm sealing off this entrance and coming in a different way.
Sending in an eagle.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
I keep trying to hit it with my wasp, but I don't know if I'm doing this the right way. I always like the Illuminate because it allows me to use assault rifles in a creative way, and it gives... I mean, Siege Ready is good on everything, but it's especially... Oh, crap.
Oh my god.
Especially good on... Yeah. Especially good on Illuminate just because the hordes.
No! Harvester laser. We may need to
I'm
rethink
retreating.
our approaches here. I bet
I am retreating.
anti-air guns like are going to be like a thing that actually happens. Can the spear? The spear could probably lock onto air units, right?
You know what? That's a good point. The question is what else it would be good at. If it can take down the... Oh, for the love of...
Do you want to
actually
return
win
to ship
mission.
and re-strategize here? Because we're gonna get our asses kicked
Yeah,
with
let's
that
go
Air
on the
Force thing.
outskirts and let's... We're getting our asses whooped, yeah. That... Oh, like back to ship, okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't understand what you meant.
I thought we would just regroup. That's fine though.
I meant like re-strategize for the entire thing. Like, hey, we're gonna need entirely different loadouts.
The autocratic
Probably
intentions of the
not a bad
Illuminati
idea.
have at last been
I
revealed.
wonder if we have anybody else I can get in here. Oh, okay.
Choose where to join your fellows in righteous
Let's
liberation.
see.
This operation is
I want to
no
look at this
longer vital.
customization for like the adjudicators. My favorite one of these guys. No underbarrel. 2x. So like, it's a reflex sight. What does that do? A sight with thin features to maximize visibility of the target. Holographic sight. A holographic sight. Thank you. That's very helpful.
I mean, you know what a holographic
reflex-
sight is.
I have no idea what a holographic sight is.
Really? I feel like you've played enough shooters that you should.
Honestly, just this CS:GO and the Battlefront games.
Wow.
And what else? That's probably something. I played Rainbow Six Siege for like 2 hours and then decided I really didn't like it.
Okay, you and me are in the same boat for that one. Give me a second.
I should go like...
Here.
So that what was it? Andrew quote? It's easier to get away with multiple
It's easier to
atrocities than
find-
one.
It's easier to hide behind 40 atrocities than one.
Gotcha.
I've talked about this before. It's the bed of nails principle. It's if you're standing on a bed of nails, it will not hurt you as much as one, or it won't feel like it does anyway. Which is kind of exactly what's going on. So
Yeah, except I feel
Well-
pretty hurt.
well, you're paying attention.
You know what's wild? I look
Or
at
no.
polling on like Donald Trump's. Firstly, his approval is underwater. Yeah, we get that, but there's like certain issues where he's either break even or just under, and it's not like dramatic like it should be, and it's wild to me because like if you just read the news cycle about like some of these issues, so crime would be like
Well,
one where he
reading.
polls really well in, which is insane because one, he's a convicted felon. Two, his first act of Congress was, or first act of presidency was to pardon a bunch of felons. Like, why? I guess
Where
I
do you
just,
get the idea that people read?
well, I don't think people do read. I think they get their news from social media, by and large. I think we're probably one of the biggest problems we have in this country is our media literacy is next to nothing.
Consider vibes. Like, I've been thinking about this. Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a few years, and the last election kind of solidified it for me. Yeah, if 60% of the population believes in democracy, I guess you can maintain a democracy. But think about it the other way. If, like, a third
If 40% are against it,
population-
60% need to deal with that,
Yeah.
though.
And if every election is a referendum on democracy, then you don't really have a
Yeah,
democracy.
you
do
can't
you?
survive in that situation. And it doesn't look like we're going, like, this is, I talked to Destiny like a year ago, and his chat was like, well, it doesn't help I was on shrooms at
remember
the
that.
time. You remember that? That was when I was on shrooms. It was real fun.
I didn't watch it, but I remember seeing it, like, pop up in my notifications.
Well, his chat said I had Trump derangement syndrome, but I made this point that I don't feel like has been adequately addressed, is that we're never going to have a normal election again. This whole MO of Republicans denying electoral results, and there's just a total false equivalency with Democrats. Like, oh, well, Hillary Clinton said Donald Trump's illegitimate or something like that. There's just no comparison. Republicans, however, every election, regardless of circumstances, it's rife with fraud, right? That's their claim. And we got to change our election laws, never to expand voting rights. It's always to restrict voting rights. And any election they lose, it's because that election isn't serious, right? Like, January 6th was the warm-up pick, right? Like, January 6th was practice, your practice run. We're never going to have, like, it doesn't feel like we're going to return to a normal America where both our political parties are just two sides of the same pro-America coin, with different ideas about how to best serve the American people. It really just feels like Republicans fucking hate half this country and would be content with them dying. Like, it feels like the way Republicans talk about Democrats is as if they are enemies, akin to terrorists. Like this I hate this word terrorist, the way it's been used so much. But do you see what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know that our democracy can withstand this course of action. It's not going to change anytime soon.
I don't think that a democracy can survive if most of the population, or even close to half the population, does not believe in, or worse, care about democracy. I feel like I'd rather deal with 20% of the population that actively opposes democracy and wants fascism or communism, versus 50% of the population that just doesn't care either way. Because at least the other way I know who I'm against. And it's very simple. These are the bad people who want to end democracy. It's that simple. It's not simple. There's half the population, probably more, that just doesn't care.
Well, I wouldn't say they don't care. That might be the wrong way to describe that.
I don't know what the word. They are incompetent.
They are manipulatable. Like, I would assume they're
like, look, who won Trump the election? It was young. I want to say mostly white men, but I don't know if that's true, actually.
What did I grab the HMG and the spear for? I'm sorry, HMG here if you want it. My dumbass grabbed 2. Not paying attention.
Sure. Help. I activated the... Let's see how it does. Oh dear. Okay. I did it. Wait, where's the HMG?
That helped.
Oh, you have the HMG? Okay.
Oh, it's right there.
Let's give it a try. Let's see what it can do. That's going to be an issue.
Let's just...
Oh, we dropped him
Take
off the
that
side of
easy.
the map.
Southeast, 300 meters.
You know what? I have a gas strike. I'm gonna use it. Let's go. What did you bring? You brought a 500. That's a good idea. I like the HMG. I just feel like on Illuminate, the enemies are too goddamn fast and erratic in their movement. Oh, that's a lot.
I think
of
it's
loaders.
more for the harvesters.
So, like, look, that was half a mag that I just. Oh, whoa. That was like two. That was like a full mag for 1.5 of them. We should move. away from here.
The stalwart's actually pretty good, just for the hordes of voteless. But it doesn't do much for
Always
ghost
good,
harvesters
always.
or anything like that. But I guess if you're running
Stalwart's always
anti-tank, that's
good.
not a bad thing. Yeah, stalwart's good. I kind of wish it had like more medium armor penetration, at minimum.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
My god, there are so many of them. So, you can, if you shoot them for long enough, you start to see their heads falling off. Which is interesting. Okay. I'll keep the HMG for now.
Objective located east.
2 Cognitive Disruptors, that's great.
It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, they are. I prefer them to Strat Jammers, though.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can't get up. Okay, what are we talking about?
We're talking about if democracy
yeah,
can survive in the age of Trumpism.
Squid outpost spotted.
The answer is that's easy, no, but,
And I guess the
Yeah.
harder question is, are we ever going to leave the age of Trumpism?
yes. If there's ever a question of will we ever end the current era, the answer is always yes. That's actually a pretty easy question to answer.
But at what cost? When? How?
Well,
Or am I
that
too
is the
doomer?
question. That is the question. We're not. Whoa, hello. Oh,
Can you blow this thing's legs
Oh.
off, perchance? Oh god.
I haven't
damn.
tried. It's
Getting-
very low.
Bitch slapped by this thing.
Hey, overrun again. Oh, you probably should have gotten to safety first.
I'm trying to escape, believe me. Healthcare.
Okay.
Healthcare.
I'm gotta get gas.
I'm just gonna throw all I got left and try to.
I mean,
Well,
I knew I'd probably end up getting gas. I just didn't think it would be this soon in the Trump administration. I'm gonna just be escaping. Okay.
you should try to wipe out the shields before the eagle hits. Oh, never mind. You got airstrike.
I could have gone better. It's a cluster.
Or maybe the more operative question is, how do we deprogram Americans from Trumpism? Or is the next iteration of Trumpism... Is this next iteration of authoritarian-prone right-wing populism, is that going away?
Democracy has
Is that
landed.
always going
I
to be
don't-
what we have to contend with every
So,
election?
here's the thing. Like, I'm listening right now to The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich by
Yeah.
William Shirer. And what you notice in those stories is that, like, the German people, first of all, they were almost 100% behind Hitler. Not 100%, like 80, 90%. Like, and not only were they behind him, they were very active in their support, you know, to varying degrees depending on each individual.
Yeah.
But as a whole, the people were very politically activated. They were never depoliticized by Nazism. The current
That itself is a
form of
radical
American
license.
fascism, I guess so, but the current form of American fascism is not based on activating people, it's based on deactivating people. It's not based on mass movements, it's just based on neutralizing resistance.
I don't know that I would agree with that. It seems like a big theme of Trump's presidency and the way he agitates people regularly is to hold rallies.
For his supporters. But like, if you look at his approval rating, you know, Hitler's approval rating was never 30% after he was elected. The thing is that his 30% approval, or whatever it is, 35%, doesn't matter.
Orbital inbound.
Just move away and let the 110 hit him. Let's make our way to the cognitive disruptor. It doesn't matter? Why not?
It's like 35% of the population. There's like, he doesn't have a clear majority of people who like him. The rallies are to maintain that base of support that he needs if shit goes sideways and he needs a much more serious version of
I'm not
January
convinced
6th.
if the people are deactivated, you don't really need much more than 30% anyway, right? Especially when especially when the way Trump operates is by reducing the powers of institutions which could otherwise check him, or Republicans have surrendered any kind of institutional oversight.
That's my point. He doesn't need more than 30% because the remaining, not the entirety, but a lot of the remaining 70% isn't fighting back, isn't interested in fighting back, is trying to close their ears and not care. Another quote from Andor. There's a lot of good quotes in that show. It's a very good show. You should watch it if you haven't.
I should.
Even
I was
if
a
you don't
huge
like
Star Wars. No, I was a huge Star Wars nerd when I was like 12. And then you get old, you know how it is.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't care for Star Wars, it's just a very good show, period. I got this one. It's just a very, very good show. There's a great line, which is that, well, this is before they commit a terrorist attack, of course. But, the Empire's been choking us so slowly we're starting not to notice. The time has come to force their hand. Now, my very depressing, optimistic take
Can't find
here.
anything but static.
Static is probably going to be the best we get.
Your depressingly optimistic take here?
My depressingly optimistic take here is that the best case scenario is they're really stupid and don't know how to choke us slowly, which, to be fair, I do think is happening. I don't see them taking it slow. I see them taking it very, very fast without having properly prepared people for it. People are... God, I hate saying this shit because I sound like Alex Jones, but... People are waking up, people are... Oh, shit. That's bad. People are slowly starting to realize what is going on. I don't know in how many numbers, but, like, you've seen the pictures from rallies against him.
Yeah.
Like, even in places like Salt Lake City, not exactly a Democratic stronghold. That's my optimism. My optimism is that they're so stupid that they'll ruin what could be, you know, a 1,000-year Reich.
I feel like your optimism might be oddly misplaced here, especially on account of the work it takes to become politically activated, such that you do show up at rallies, such that you do show up at protests. Like, that itself is like exhausting work, right? It requires a lot of commitment from people. And more than that, the longer it goes on, the more people tend to lose oversight over sorry, this is really hard to play a game and concentrate. The more people are likely to lose sight of what the protest is valuable for anyway. And the protests themselves get seen as a nuisance. Think Columbia University and Mahmoud Khalil as examples.
True. I don't know. Mahmoud Khalil University. That's a whole separate fucking conversation. I have a lot of grievances toward them that I have tried to do my best and relinquish. Because at this point, I don't call myself a leftist, but in all practical reality, I am. I recognize that leftist infighting is a thing. I also recognize that it is completely useless. So I try not to do that. Whoa.
Fucking ship. Is this what it feels like to be a terrorist? Is this what it feels like to be Al-Qaeda? Is that what we've been doing to people?
I'm okay with that, actually. Ah, damn it. That did not work. Oh, I'm about to die.
Well,
Interloper. Cool name.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
I'm gonna need to get my spear back.
Joining the fray.
Yeah. Let's...
That and that.
A rocket sentry over there doing
Alright, where the
work.
fuck is that plane? Come back here and try it again. I got your ass.
They also have
this
their,
time.
like... They got their fucking artillery, too.
That's gonna be really annoying. Okay, there.
Yes,
Wait, I
right?
see a ship coming around. Wait, did I?
That's a dropship.
Not that.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Yeah!
Hey! Got him.
Holy shit, I think we found the cheat code.
Nice.
It's gonna be the spear.
It's gonna be the spear. We gotta figure out what else to use it on, though, because I never like to bring weapons for only one enemy.
Well, given the Air Force's damage against us, you know, for the second map we played, I think we might need to.
I think we can start using
Plus,
it on
you
the...
can use it to harvesters, too.
Oh, that's a lot of them. Yeah, harvesters
Okay.
and possibly the flesh knob. I'm just gonna call it the bloater, because it's just a fucking bloater from Last of Us.
I get
Buddy.
killed by gravity.
My apologies. Oh shit.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Oh shit, did I get it? Oh, whoa! Well, that could have gone. I was putting down a sentry. No. Try and save our sea farty, by the way, unless it's desperate, because, well, it's pretty desperate, but...
Well, yeah, we both died like 3 times here.
Calling down
Yeah, fair enough. We usually want to save that for, usually you want to save that until, extract, when you have no stratagems anyway.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, I got that.
grenade.
I hate these drone motherfuckers. I like to just follow you around and then wait for the single worst moment to fucking activate. Okay, I've been using the HMG, but it's time to go with my beloved. You can I think you can take these guys down with a spear hit now. When the shield is down. Give it a go. I'm gonna hit it a few more times. Shield down.
Reloading.
No! I did it with an expendable anti-tank. Huh. That's very strange. I'll do it the normal way.
I'm gonna go reload my spear ammo.
How about a nice cup of liberty? Requesting air
Just gonna
support.
500 that spot and hope the 500 doesn't hit a building on me and kill me. Nope, perfect.
What I would give for a portable hellbomb right now. Oh dear. Well, not bad.
I agree.
Wasp is a very good weapon, but up close it is fucking useless.
Oh shit! I wasn't aiming for you!
Nicely done. Very good
Super
work.
Earth's finest.
Super Earth's finest. Survival rate 20%. That said, I want to talk to Super Earth's not finest. I don't know if you see how many of them there are, but there are too many of them. Okay, I'm hopping around on roofs now, so that's great.
Calling in orbital strike.
I got you covered for now.
It kind of feels like we stabilized.
That's only because they're behind us, or not, rather, more like further in front of us now. I put down a gas strike, it's holding them for now. They are compromising my cover here, though. We're doing alright, we're doing alright. We could be doing worse. That's going to be a problem. See if the spear can lock onto that.
Yes.
Reloading.
Oh wow, it tanked a spear shot.
Oh, of course. Wait, you tanked it?
It tanked it, yes.
Oh, shit. Looks like the artillery has found me. I might have to leave pretty
Yeah, I
soon.
think it's time for you to get off that roof.
Hang on, I want to take out this guy. Yeah, you're right. I should leave.
You know what?
Sending in an eagle.
Let's get out of the city.
I'm gonna see if I can,
Regroup out here.
I'm gonna see if I can flank.
This motherfucker.
Stay alive. Don't do anything stupid. Barely prevented it. Ah, son of a...
Illuminate ships incoming.
Yeah, I tried to take one of them down, and then the other immediately activated.
That sounds amazing. Alright.
I'm not. I'm staying in the combat zone.
No, I am. Oh, shit.
And you are. That's gonna be a problem.
God, the spear is so good against the Illuminate Air Force.
I kind of hope the Air Force gets more expansive purely just so we can... I've been wanting to do anti-air combat for some time.
It would be cool if they had, like, aircraft added as, like, a stratagem.
Like, for us?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm leaving the mission area. That's great. Ooh, should I get Trader already called on me?
Tried to warn you about that earlier.
Of liberty! Throwing supply beacon!
Because Trader already can, like, take them down pretty fucking well. Oh, Jesus. I might. Yeah, I'm gonna get Trader already called on me. I don't think I'm making it. Or, maybe I can get it. I didn't get inside the city, like... I see you are not in a good way.
Whee!
I love the Wasp. Oh dear, that's bad though. I don't love that thing.
God damn it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I was dodging so much of that.
That didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. Shit.
When you say you don't like calling yourself a leftist, what do you mean by like, are you making a liberal left distinction?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're just liberal.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I was.
What do you think of the way that's you know, interestingly in its own right, it's a smear to both like the left and the right. The idea that somebody could be a liberal. Like both the left and the right hate liberals. Both of them use it as a smear.
I think they're both illiberals. I view the right as infinitely more dangerous at the moment, honestly, just because they're not afraid of guns.
Oh yeah, no, I get that. But I'm just gonna
Like,
draw.
I find the left annoying. I find the right dangerous. But both, given power, would be terrible. It's just the right are the ones currently in power. I am a lot more left-leaning. That's true.
Calling down a support weapon!
What does liberalism mean to you?
It's in the name, right? Liberty. Just not in a libertarian way.
Okay, so you favor government spending programs?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I support universal healthcare, so not necessarily single-payer healthcare, but yeah.
While still supporting free markets?
I think that the role of government is to protect people, one, and make them free, two. Not necessarily in that order. Doesn't necessarily need to be in order. I think, like, okay, governments are not banks. They are not meant to just take in money and hold it. They are meant to take money and spend it to benefit the people.
To redistribute wealth?
You could put it that way.
Requesting sentry!
You did not bring a sentry. That was a mistake.
I did not. No, I should have brought a sentry. A Gatling sentry, at least.
MG is better because it's the same caliber, but it is like half the cooldown time.
Calling down support weapon.
Well, we got friends inbound, and I do not like these friends. I do not care for them.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Requesting air support!
Take some of these guys down. One bloater down is what I'm going to be calling them. I don't mind being overrun, I mind being flanked. Nice. Wasp is good. I don't know if it's good enough. At close range, it is utterly useless. Oh, we done.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really fast, actually.
I had to go and salute it.
Alright, let's
Just,
get the... I want to at least
fuck,
finish
run.
the mission. Get around the corner. Stay alive, diver. The Republican horde will stop at nothing. I love diver brain when you just run toward a grenade so you can throw it back at the enemy.
Yeah.
2% chance of killing them. I do this shit all the time though, especially with bots.
On the Super Earth future, who do you suppose would be like the dominant force between like Republicans and Democrats? Like if one of these people had to be like Super Earth soldiers.
That's easy. I mean, well, neither, because Republicans are exclusively made up of divorced fathers at this point, and evangelicals, while the Democrats are completely impotent pussies who won't fight for or against anything and will just try to maintain the status quo forever and ever. But probably Republicans, because at least theoretically they're pro-military more. I don't think that's true, but they claim they are. Ooh, super credits. Yay. Oh! Oh dear. They got hands.
Oh god, this thing is so cool. Alright, where's that artillery coming
It is
from?
very fun. It's the new, like, overseer artillery guy who can actually be pretty scary, it's turning out.
I don't think gas grenades can destroy that. No, I was trying to get him cover in time. Oh, I guess gas grenades can.
They can do what?
To destroy the zippity zappers that the Illuminate have.
Reinforcement budget depleted.
The Tesla tower?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Joining the fray.
I love Siege Ready Armor passive. I love Siege Ready Armor passive. I can't wait to use the Saber from the new War Bond. I'm sure it's goofy as shit, but...
Throwing grenade.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Calling in a hellbomb.
I'm gonna try and give you some cover.
Good job.
I said try. That is a key. Whoa, yeah. Shit. You die, it's over for us. Did you activate the Hellbomb?
Yep.
You did. Okay. At any rate, we won. Just stay alive. And he died. Wow. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that.
I feel like that was that exploded a little early on me.
Yes, because they destroyed it. When they destroy it after it's activated, it just explodes instantly. So.
At least we got the medals.
Someone in chat said something interesting. I don't call myself a leftist. I think what delineates me... I think what delineates being one and just being on the left is having some committed radical vision, like calling yourself a socialist or anarchist rather than being a progressive. I would use the word progressive because that word's been co-opted by the socialists and anarchists, but yeah, oh hey, look, levels 2. And I leveled up to the adjudicator. So let's see what we can do with this. But yeah, that's probably the best answer I could give for the difference. The radicalism. Okay, hang on. I gotta take a look at what this can do. So at level 2, I can upgrade to laser sight with flashlight. It reduces ergonomics, but I guess it gives you better sight.
You get a drum magazine on some of these. You get foregrips. Like those are all different.
Yeah. What about the muzzle brake? Redirects propellant gases to reduce recoil. That's just a good thing to have. But can I just equip it? That all? I don't need to pay for it. Wait, I'm really confused how this works.
Yeah, I'm still learning it too myself.
Okay, so it reduces ergonomics, but it improves horizontal recoil. So straighter line shooting, that's a good thing. I think I want that.
That's
And
a
there's
cool
also
thing.
There's also the flash
You are all
hider,
that
which
stands
reduces the size of
between
muzzle
Illuminate
flash.
and manage
I don't know how
democracy's
useful
heart,
that is.
Helldiver.
And the compensator, which reduces vertical recoil.
Mission coordinates locked.
So
I gotta check
vertical,
out
I'm
the
not
other
sure what
weapons now. I might just switch like to magazine-fed weapons just to level those shit up. What are those shotguns?
Let me get a look at this. So laser sight with flashlight. I'll see what that's like. Okay, that's cool. Let's try it. Why the hell not? What else am I gonna spend my...
Hey, you know the only weapon you can't edit?
Yeah?
That's the worst weapon in the game.
The Plaz?
The accelerator rifle, yeah.
Yeah, the Plaz rifle.
The one weapon you should be able to edit. Oh no, SMG you can't edit it either. Yeah, that weapon's dog shit.
It is... They did improve it. They reduced the drag to, like, nothing. Which also, I think, reduces the damage fall off. So I've upgraded my adjudicator. I'm rather happy with this. Let me take a gander at the Plaz rifle. Which they moved to a new category, by the way. Not a new category, but a different category. Yeah, it doesn't have... Let's see, what else doesn't have... Wait, the sickle? Oh, they added sights to the sickle. I'm so ready. I'm so fucking ready. Yeah, they buffed, like, my favorite weapons. It's great time. The SMG has customization. What are you on about?
The base one?
Yeah, the Defender. The STA SMG doesn't have
STA-11 SMG, that's what I'm referring to.
So they have upgrades for everything, including a regular Liberator, by the way. Except for except for the ones from the Killzone crossover, which would be the STA and the accelerator rifle.
Yeah.
What else could I... You know what? What can you do with the Blitzer? Oh, some of these just have
I
sights.
imagine nothing, yeah.
That's kind of depressing.
I know.
The Sickles just have sights. I mean, ×4 combat scope. Yes, please. I won't do it on this faction. It's just a bad idea. But I want to... What do they have for the Diligence Counter Sniper? Oh.
It actually looks good.
Oh.
I remember looking at it.
×4 combat scope? Oh, I'm so ready. You don't even know how ready I am. Yeah, this definitely does add an entire new level of progression to this
At least so far.
lovely game. What about the Tenderizer? Tenderizer gets a sight. Tenderizer's problem is horizontal recoil. I wonder... Let me try and take the Tenderizer, see what I can do with it. Meanwhile, for my melee... I want to take either the Redeemer or the Verdict. Help me out with this. If I'm going with a rapid firing... Okay, I think it's going to be the Verdict. I haven't brought anything other than the Ultimatum, the Talon, the Grenade Pistol, and the Senator in a very long time.
Oh wait, can you do this with secondaries? Oh, you can't. Okay, that would have been
You can't.
cool. That would have been cool.
I do hope they upgrade that eventually, but for now you can't. What's the game?
Here's
Helldivers.
probably the bigger question about the left socialist, anarchist, liberal divide is: do we need them going forward?
Do you want my extremely cynical answer?
Yeah, I want your honest answer.
Okay. I have a friend of mine and my main script editor, good friend of mine who I usually stream with on Tuesdays, but not today. His name's Wilson. I actually kind of wanted to bring him in here, but I didn't know what this would be, so I didn't. Maybe next time. He's great. But we've talked about this. He's more left-leaning than I am, still in the, liberal umbrella, but, for instance, people like Kyle Kalinske, I can't fucking stand them. He can. That kind of liberal. But anyway, we've had this conversation a few times. And the conclusion I have come to, more or less, is right now we need the left. As a purely cynical tool, we need them. Like, we can't win this without them. They are the only people left of center that actually like guns. So, left of center who are politically activated anyway. They like guns, they hate the right, they are very politically activated, they're really good at propaganda, we need them. However, by the time this is all over, if it ever is, hopefully, the center and like center left and liberal whatever left has to have co-opted the policies that make the left powerful in the first place, which is mainly healthcare, actually. Universal healthcare and other pretty obvious reforms like that, like climate change stuff. Those need to be co-opted and stolen from them, and the fire needs to be taken out from under them, or we are not going to be, post-war France or Germany. We are going to be post-war Poland and Czechoslovakia, and I'm not looking forward to that.
I might not disagree necessarily that we do need them. I think electoral power is probably going to be like a lot more useful than power, or violent power, or mechanical power. I'm not necessarily convinced. For the left I talk to, socialists, maybe this is just a consequence of Twitter. These people couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. Like they get so offended by everything.
That depends which socialists you're talking about. Like, there are socialists and there are socialists. I know who you're talking about. I'm not talking about Hassan Piker. I mean, sure, whatever. He's whatever.
Such a beefcake.
Yeah, but also a coward.
And a terrorist sympathizer.
I'm
that's
talking
a red
about
flag for me.
I know. I'm talking. Yeah, you're telling me. No, I mean, fuck him. Like, people were posting about him getting arrested at the.
He didn't get arrested. That's not an arrest.
No, arrested, interrogated or whatever, questioned. And I saw people posting about that, and I'm like, I know first they came for the socialists, but they can have.
This is the one social. Yeah, I even made that. I made an allusion to that on Twitter. Like, if there's one person it makes sense to pull out and ask these kind of security questions to, it is Hamas Piker. Right? This dude had a terrorist on his stream.
The TV guy, yeah.
Yeah, it's insane, and we know he's apologized for terrorism before. He retreats on the same old refrain that there's no such thing as a good resistance. Just getting him to. I have no problem with Hezbollah, for example. Bro, do you hear yourself? I don't know, man. But aside from that, what I was trying to say is electoral power is probably going to be more useful as a mechanism of political change for America. And the issue we have is that the left, the non-liberal left, consistently try to undermine the electoral power of the Liberal Democratic Party, but they themselves never offer a solution or an option of their own. There's no alternative, right? It's certainly not Jill Stein. We're not voting. This is just not going to happen.
Natalie Wynn put it better than you and I ever could years ago. They don't want victory, they don't want power. That's true. They don't want victory, they don't want power, they want to endlessly critique power. I don't know how I could say that any better. They're not interested in winning. I'm talking more about honestly, this is anecdotal. I can't say this as statistically this is this or that. Just in my experience, the leftists I know, in my personal life, them we need. I don't agree with them on most issues. Them we could use. The roadblock and the...
Really trying to get for that heavy armor? I think we need it.
I'm gonna go for heavy armor. I'm gonna see what happens. It will probably just make me a dead weight, but I would like to give it a try.
You know what? We'll probably need more healthcare for these runs.
Probably. You have stim pistol, by the way. We should try running that next time.
No, that thing's hot garbage.
Really?
Have you never used it? It's super situational. I gotta aim at you while you're running around, just so I can stim your ass. It's just better to just shoot.
One of the 2 ones I don't know.
The SP ones. Okay.
Okay, just land on top of them.
I don't know that I did. Neither of us did.
Will we let...
Grenade!
We did. We did.
There's another!
Oh dear. Okay, one down.
Oh my god. I got
Hang on, I almost got him.
killed by the flood.
They are the fucking flood, aren't they?
This thing is.
Oh my god, there's more of them.
That's what killed me.
That looked cool as shit, though. So fire damage stacks differently now. It affects heavier enemies more. Like in proportion to their health. So we are not in a good way. We are not in a good way.
You should reinforce me.
Will I die? Yeah, probably.
Request approved.
Yeah, going with heavy armor in these weapons was probably not my smartest
Can't even
move.
see the thing.
Ready to liberate.
Oh shit. My ass just spawning next to a grenade. Oh shit! Okay.
Come on, nose Tim already. Shit is not gas, Batman. Tesla Power is probably not my best move. I probably should have gone with Rocket Sentry again.
Calling down a sentry.
It's torn the fuck apart.
Requesting advanced weapons.
Oh my god.
Calling in reinforcements.
Got 2 harvesters on me.
Helldiver, you are moving outside the mission area.
My motherfucker. Oh, there's 2 of them.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. I mean, they really are. Oh my god. I might die again, like in the dumbest way possible. No, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. I need my fucking flamethrower.
You know what? Napalm time.
Can you bring a napalm barrage?
Yeah.
Good.
exactly
That's
what I
really
did.
good on these guys.
Joy, flag beacon.
Yeah, thank god for heavy armor right now. We got incoming. I'm gonna trade already this shit. Let's do it. Let's get the bread.
Helldiver, you are moving outside.
And out.
You would not want to be close to me right now. Oh wow, 2 shots got me. Never mind. I managed to last for a good minute before I die.
Stop bullying me!
Oh, those guys are like the worst. They're not the most dangerous. They're just very
Just
much
knock
the
you
most
down and
annoying.
stun lock you.
That's not the mission area. I'm not trying to. Okay, you've got them off the point for a second now. Oh, look who it is!
God damn it! It's the Air Force.
The Air Force has arrived.
Have you guys heard of the DNC wanting to kick David Hogg out? I don't know how I feel about that.
I have heard of that. I support it, even though it's for like the dumbest reason possible. I just really dislike him personally. I find him just insufferable.
Okay, well, I mean, personality aside, my question is David Hogg pointing to things that would affect change in a beneficial way? Like, yes, like, he's clearing in, or he's zooming in on some real problems within the Democratic Party.
He is, and that's why they're kicking him out, and I think that's stupid. At the same time, I can't take Democrats seriously who are anti-gun at the moment. Like, I just...
Well, I mean,
Like,
you know why David Hogg's anti-gun, right?
I know why he's anti-gun. I don't care what his personal experiences are. He's not meant to tell us about his personal experiences. He's meant to tell us about policies. And I think his policies are not for this moment. The same thing with like my state senator right now, Adam Schiff, is trying to push through a fucking law to ban assault weapons. Like, really? Now is the
That's
time
not
that
the
you
moment.
want to be
Not
doing
the
that.
moment. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, there's a good faith conversation to be had about whether we should be banning assault weapons at all, but if we should be doing it, we should not be doing it now.
Reinforcements have been launched.
Man, we are having a really hard time on this.
We just got screwed on the start. I think we've mostly cleared the point now. I do see them coming around for another pass, though. Be aware.
So I'm trying to get my spear. Well, what did I do? No! Oh, I am fucked.
You lived!
I did the
Okay,
classic.
I never actually got my flamethrower. Since
Alright.
the tower ain't it, I'm not bringing it again. You know, I wonder if a G50 Seeker grenade would deal with them. I know it can deal with gunships on bots.
Okay. Anymore.
Never mind. Southeast. Illuminate.
See, watch. It's not gonna one-hit it.
Yeah, I see that. Takes two of them. There's a drone in front of you, and there's another one over there. Got him. Yeah, scope on this thing could actually make it rather powerful. Like a better scope. It's 100 meters right now. It can make it more. Alright, I'm gonna start moving toward the point.
On my way.
You got a couple of patrols behind you. Be aware of that. I don't know, man. The more time goes on, the more faith I lose in the Democratic Party, and the more I'm glad that I never actually became a registered Democrat. Because will I be voting for them in every election for the next, like, 3 decades? Yeah, probably. But for non-leftist reasons, for the opposite of leftist reasons, I'm so deeply disappointed in them. They're so deeply unready to fight. If we're comparing this to Nazi Germany, they are very... I don't even know if they're the Social Democratic Party. They're fucking Zentrum. Like, they're not doing anything. There are individual Democrats who are, but the party isn't. And the individuals just aren't enough.
I guess if you're gonna be voting for them for the next 30 years...
Oh, of course, I'm gonna...
Well, I don't see why registration necessarily makes that much of a difference, but as far as how ineffective they are, I'm of two minds on this. So I look at, like, Chuck Schumer caving to Donald Trump for the dumbest fucking reasons, and, you know, it just hurts us.
I've got the package. Dropping package.
Conversely, every single time Democrats do have some sort of... Oh, are you still there?
It says I failed to establish
Yeah, it
network
says the
connection,
exact
but
same
I'm...
thing for me. That's why I'm asking.
I just activated the tower. I see you. You're moving, I'm moving, they're moving.
Huh.
You hear me? Some internet's still here.
There are legislative wins that I could point to at the Democrats to say they have some sort of political effectiveness where, you know, one, they're not the Republicans, and that goes pretty far away. Not actively destructive. And they are able to get through some major legislative victories, right? I can't think of anything that the Republican Party's passed that wasn't the Tax Cut and Jobs Act from, like, what is that now, 8 years ago? You know? Which, compare to the Democrats, like Biden, there's a whole litany.
I got that one.
Close.
Oh wait, do I... Orbital Gatling doesn't take it out. I don't have a gas strike this time. I'm gonna take that the old-fashioned way.
Sending in an eagle.
Probably make this auto. Oh. Oh, Jesus. That didn't work.
Land on that ship, please.
You can't. Unless they fixed it. The steering is fucking locked anytime you try to land on it.
That's
Really
kinda
annoying.
lame.
It
You can land on bug
very
holes.
lame. You can land on bug holes, you can land on automaton fabricators. You can't land on these fucking things. That annoys the hell out of me. Damn it.
Whee!
Oh my god, why can't I fucking... Oh,
I mean, we never
Guess I
destroyed this
burned
ship.
A lot of them. We never destroyed either ship.
Not today!
The Tenderizer really is earning its name right now. Keep saying I'm not establishing network connection, but here you still are.
Yep.
Verdict is not good.
No, I don't think it is.
I gave it a try. I heard good things.
But that's
Putting
okay.
Gatling
That's
down.
okay.
Turn for my weapon. I'm getting out of here.
Requesting air support!
Let's see what the Gatling barrage can do. Not much. Not much. A little bit of a kill streak. The idea is it's supposed to be able to hold like a street for a while. I don't know whether it's doing that. We should be going toward the objective. We're low on reinforcements as is.
Yeah. Stop chasing me. You got any allergies?
Me?
Yeah, you. Who else would I be talking to, dog?
Maybe you have a roommate. I don't fucking know. Ooh, hello.
Southwest.
Oh yeah, nice.
Very good. I need to start bringing jetpack again. Very
There's mold
useful.
in
I
the
miss
air.
that a lot.
It's killing me.
Mold. What are you, J.K. Rowling?
No, I like trans people.
I know.
Tactical asset.
What do you mean by I know? What are you saying?
Calling down supply!
I mean, I've seen your videos before.
Oh, okay. That you said that like it suggested like, oh, I know. You know, like fuck you, man.
What if I like to introduce some suspense sometimes for no reason?
That's all right.
What if I enjoy creating chaos for its own sake?
You'd be kind of like the Joker, I guess.
A little bit. Okay, I really want a fucking mini nuke today.
I've
I
got
don't
the
know if you're
package.
gonna get one.
Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up.
Dropping package!
Damn it, the verdict sucks ass. I heard such a good thing. Well, what do you know? Not a mini nuke, but a high yield explosive.
That's something.
I'll take it. I'll take it. That's like a 500 kg.
Okay, here
Solid.
the jet's flying.
Nope. Yep, there they are.
One down.
Spear is very effective on them.
Yes,
They have no shields.
refreshing.
They have no shields, and I'm very happy about that. It's all explosives in 1 HE.
Don't land on me! Don't land on me!
Ooh.
Oh my God! Allahu Akbar!
Did it land on you?
I almost did.
You can't say that. You can, oh shit, look who it is. Alright, let's see how good the flamethrower really is on these motherfuckers.
Okay, I'm just gonna load this shit up.
Package acquired!
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna try and keep him distracted. She says, dying, not keeping him distracted. He says, shitting and dying.
Oh! Did I get killed by mortar? I did.
Yeah. Okay, this thing blows.
Squad lost. Deploying full replacement. Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Landed on an oversteer. That's nice.
Democracy has landed! Package!
Oh my God! The good news is I finished loading the sieve.
Yeah, I'm gonna run away from here. Hang on, I gotta get to safety. We're running out of reinforcements too fast. I want to finish this mission.
Yeah, you're holding us back.
Oh, thanks.
Help us deliver tea!
Spam.
Reinforcement budget running low.
I very want to drop a Tesla tower right now.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
The flame just does not work well in these guys. Never really has. I thought after the new changes it might be more effective. It isn't.
Oh shit. Was that a harvester? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Calling down a support weapon.
Does it get taken down by a spear or no?
Yes, but
Calling
I
down
think
a
it depends on
sentry.
how good a shot I got for the head and if I got a headshot and all that stuff.
I see. Okay, stay alive. I'm gonna clear this point.
You've gotta be shitting me! My fucking machine gun murdered me!
Happens.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
Approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Yeah, that's where we're going. ChatGPT is going to operate machine gun sentries that deliberately turn on us.
Hey, you hit me. Good catch! I shouldn't have done that. Let me try to correct it. Shoots me again.
There's a reason I never use ChatGPT. Mostly because I can't stand AI.
Why not?
But,
I love
uh,
AI. Why
I can't. I find it. I have never found a meaningful use for any large language model in anything that I do, and I am a writer.
I mean, I find it useful for research.
I guess it could simplify finding sources. I can see that. There's a couple of professors I've had who like forced me to use AI because they decided it's the next big thing that we have to learn. Which I mean, maybe.
Kinda is.
It's okay for finding sources. I don't mind that use, but I'm also pretty good at just finding sources on my own. So I never felt like very pressed to do it. Like, it would be fine, but.
Requesting sentry.
Bro, you brought rocket pods? What are you on?
Dude, I don't play against the fucking Illuminate much.
So, you don't need to play against the Illuminate for that. The rule is don't ever use the 110 rocket pods. They have been trying to make them good since the start of the game. They still suck.
Any chance you play Hell Let Loose?
I don't.
You might like it. It's a World War II sim. Like a proper mill sim.
Is it like that one Civil War game that a very certain kind of person is obsessed with?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I imagine the certain kind of person is probably like my neighbor. Right? Like, Southerners.
War of Rights, I think is what it's called.
War of Rights. It's a Civil War game called War of Rights.
Yeah.
That's actually cancer.
I mean, I've watched gameplay. It looks okay. It looks very boring.
Oh, is this the artillery thing? I think I see the artillery guy. Oh shit. Oh shit. Stop shooting your fucking artillery at me.
My weapons kind of blow at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, this whole thing's about figuring out the right kinds of weapons to use against these bastards. Goddamn
Like,
Air Force.
Fire's not doing it. Oh yeah, I see him. Fire is okay, but it just is not doing it for quick response. The verdict is fucking awful. I don't know why I fucking recommended me to use the verdict. The recoil on it alone. Oh, Jesus. Okay, there's only one of us left.
Yeah, I got
No one in this.
And I'm gonna run away.
This is a wise idea.
Liberate.
This is a wise idea.
Oh my god, I'm fucked. Can I get out here? I was gonna try it. Do I have a spear?
Liberty, take me!
Trying to do my avoid like I'm Al Qaeda strategy here.
Come again?
Down
Nope. They are a-coming. It is very funny that they had to light up the battlefield just to make sure you have a way of dodging it, though. That is the most video game shit.
Seriously.
Requesting air support.
How long are we going to be able to hold Widow's Harbor? That's what I want to figure out.
How long are we gonna hold against what?
Widow's Harbor, this planet that we're on.
I don't know.
Because we're not losing it. This isn't a regular defense campaign. We're not currently losing the planet at any particular rate.
Is that what it does?
Oh dear. Oh dear. 2 seconds. 1 second.
Additional reinforcement.
Guess who's back?
Reinforcements.
Wow, you got me in with
Calling
the
down a sentry.
disruptor.
If I can get my spear back, that'd be really nifty.
I want to find, like, an anti-material rifle in the city or something like that. Because the flamethrower just ain't fucking doing it. Oh god! Oh god! Oh lord!
Whee!
Oh sweet Jesus! That could have gone better.
I exploded.
I can see that. Ah, why couldn't there be a machine gun here like there always fucking is? But one time there's not. Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Yep. Look at me.
Yeah,
I am the refugee now.
on the on the AI front here. One remark I can make with full certainty is we are going to lose the AI wars in the coming years if we keep pushing out top talent from this country, and
That's true.
that's not good for us. Like, we're just going to be economically irrelevant if this continues.
I really don't know what to expect from the continued advancement of AI. One part of me is afraid that it will be the future, the other part of me is hoping it won't be. And a lot of people claim that they know the definite answer for here's why it will be or here's why it won't be. I have no idea. I hope that it is a fad. I hope it goes away after a few years and is like a very minor and not very important technology. Because like its capabilities at the moment are pretty pathetic if you actually think about it. It just scrounges. It's just an internet scraper, like for the most part. We can probably survive that. It's just a question of how advanced it gets. And no one actually knows that, including the people making it, which is scary.
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
So I don't know what to believe.
I think if it were unlikely to be going anywhere in a couple of years,
Oh, Christ.
you better reinforce me, fool.
Oh shit, you're like, I didn't realize that you were ready to be reinforced.
If it's going to be, if your prediction that it's not really going to go anywhere, it doesn't serve like much beyond use beyond being an internet scraper. If that were a true assessment to have, right, a true statement you could claim you could make,
Point these to the enemy.
the big issue I'm seeing with that is that why would China be investing so much into researching AI, right? Oh, would this be where we're going in the future?
Just because we're stupid does not mean that they are smart. They're smarter than we are, of course, but China is not, you know, it's not the Terminators. It's not this super intelligent, always rational, always makes the best decisions kind of place. It's just, it's a country, right? Like, with people in it who are just as susceptible to propaganda as we are. Maybe they're making a good investment, maybe they're not. I don't know. I always like to remember that our enemies are as stupid as we are. Give or take.
It doesn't feel
People
that
are
way.
very
a lot,
short-sighted.
though.
That's the point of propaganda. You're not supposed to feel that way. They're definitely smarter than we are, but that doesn't mean they're smart, period.
Well, I guess my worry is, are we politically smarter than they are? And it doesn't seem like...
Right now? No.
Well, yeah, it seems like they've tapped into like a very real base or fear that a lot of Americans have, and they've exploited the disinformation age of the internet, of social media. They've shown they're willing to shell out top dollar, right, and basically bully, you know, through violence, intimidation, or even political threats itself, as a means of like consolidating power. And Americans are just largely asleep on it, right? They don't really seem to care much. So, it doesn't matter how much smarter we are, book smarts, policy-wise, none of that matters. We can't, if it doesn't metastasize into actual political power, we're cooked. Politics is fundamentally about power.
True.
I put us on a level
Changing
5,
my
by the way.
weapons is
Orbit synchronized.
probably a good idea. We're having enough trouble as is.
Wee.
Heavy armor
Yeah,
was
we.
not the way. Yeah, we.
What about here?
Fuck you. Now we gotta fucking evacuate colonists. This should be fun.
I hate these kinds of missions.
They're not the worst, but they're not my favorite. My least favorite is the defense missions and the eradicates. Those ones suck. Alright, it's time to go for the tried and true. It's time to go for Democracy Protects. With my Iron Man fit. So there are two versions of this. I can take an SMG and a lance and a shield and some other non-backpack sport weapon. Or I could go with a jump pack and like a machine gun or an AMR. What do you think makes more sense?
Honest to God, I don't know. I'm still trying to feel my way through what the new Illuminate update is, so don't ask me for advice here.
Nav clear is not as important anymore, I'm realizing.
I feel like long-term sustained... Yeah, let's try that. Nah, we're gonna go back to sprint.
That's good. Airburst? Airburst isn't sustained though, that's Gatling. And Gatling was kind of shit for me.
Airburst is sustained. It's a giant cluster bomb strike on an area that just keeps...
But it's not... It's like 3 or 4 rounds, though. It's not like a constant barrage. It's very good. I'll tell you where it's very good. It's very good on bug breaches.
It lasts about as long as the Gatling does, but with a wider strike area, and
that's a good. Give it a try. I'm curious how that will go for you.
Has a cooldown time of 86 seconds. It's not... Yeah, I've used it before. It's one of my favorite handouts.
Maybe the way to go. I've never used it on these guys. Okay. What?
What?
I hear a piano in the background. What the
Yeah,
hell
it
is
was me.
going on?
I was figuring out the song. Bum 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 bum.
Oh, the Helldivers thing. Yeah. Should I bring Gas Strike or Orbital Napalm?
Probably Orbital Napalm.
Yeah. Wait, no, I don't want. For here, I want. I think I want to do.
Alright, whatever.
I like that you play piano the exact same way I do, which is hit keys until it sound right.
Motherfucker, I actually know how to play piano. Fuck you. I'm just listening to this thing in the background music and playing it in my right hand.
used to know. I used to know how to play piano, not so much anymore.
Well, pick it up again.
I should like to. Very much.
Do you remember chords?
No, I don't even fucking remember how to read sheet music.
Well,
It's been like a decade.
I don't even read sheet music. Like, I remember how to read sheet music, but I'm never got good at it. I cannot sight read for my life. But there's easier ways to learn, right? One, there's a lot of like piano tutorials on YouTube where you just got to pay attention to like bass notes, right? Like something is C, that you know it's always going to be in a C chord. Play a C chord with it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. I think people think it feels harder than it actually
I
is.
think it's hard. I don't find it difficult. I just don't have the time. I should pick it up again though. You're right. I haven't stun lance in a long time, but I want to see if it can slow down. I know it can stun like hulks on bots, so I'm wondering if it can stun the bloaters.
Tagging location. Never mind.
I give up.
What are you tagging?
Trying the rogue research station thing to blow up.
Oh, it's already on the map.
Okay, well I wanted to tag it.
Okay. I love the stun lance. It's so stupid.
Yeah. I used to have
I
the.
enjoy this game.
I used to do this goofy ass build where I'd run around with an axe and the armor that explodes after you die, and just like suicide
inflated.
bomb. Yeah, this is the goofiest shit.
That sounds like fun. I mean, I do like Hellbomb Car all the time, so
Northwest. One injury. Requesting sentry.
what I'm saying is there's goofier. The phalanx never fails. Till we get flanked, then it does. Hello.
That's called democracy.
Oh, there's more of them.
I wonder if you could
Democracy
shoot off like.
fucking
God,
today.
Chat GPT, why?
Calling in reinforcements.
Is that just its nickname, ChatGPT?
Yeah. My friend Reef gives them all black names. Like he calls like, well, that's Jamal the turret or something like that. I don't remember what they were, but that's funny as fuck.
I've not talked to Reef in fucking years.
You haven't talked to Reef in years?
I haven't talked to anyone on your server in
Oh
years.
my god, I got
Good for you.
spanked. Dude, why am I getting teabagged? Getting hate crime, dude.
I'm getting overrun here.
Ready to
Yeah.
liberate.
It's about to be rough.
Dropping package.
I want to finish the objective.
Oh my god.
You can just distract them for a while.
Oh yeah, no problem. That's what I do. I distract.
Yeah, you're a great distraction. Anyway.
Prosperity.
Son of a...
Calling down a sewer.
Gotta activate this thing. Okay. Sub-objective completed. Took 2 mags, but I did it.
Freedom.
What am I doing down here? I'm about to be flanked. I'm looking forward to having the saber. I wonder if it works with the shield, the way the lance does.
I wonder if like you could shoot off their legs like you can with bugs.
Like with the chargers?
Yeah.
It's worth a try. Maybe a single shot there. Do
It's
you
not
need help?
happening.
Because I'm like,
Yes.
well, not exactly. You're dead. I'm really missing my. Okay, we're gonna try some. Also, I'm really surprised landing on them doesn't kill them. It kills Hulks and it kills Chargers, but not these guys. Is it stun them? Oh, it's not.
Oh, it doesn't
stun them.
stun?
It's not them.
Oh my god. I am not having a good time here.
Fine, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Okay. I think I'm going to napalm barrage myself,
That might be
but
your
I'm
only
going
hope.
to get as many of them over here as I possibly can. I have a secret grenade, so I can't even take this fucking thing down. Let's see. How many of them are here? A lot. There are a lot of them here. Alright, now let's see how long I can live. Probably not long.
Squad lost. Deploying forward.
Good prediction. Let's see what kind of kills this gets, though.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Point me to the enemy.
Arc thrower. Let's give that a go.
Doesn't
We've been
stun.
there before. Yeah, I know. I tried it. Did not work. How about this thing? The arc thrower stuns them. Yes. Ah.
Will that chase infinitely?
What do you mean?
The spear rocket I just shot. I'm wondering if it'll infinitely chase the...
It probably has a range.
Yeah.
I am being just fucking bombarded over here, though.
Requesting sentry!
I like the stun lance. I'm not taking it again. Are we still getting thrashed on level 5? ChatGPT killed me. No.
Reporting to the front.
The more I play with this thing, the more I understand why it is a sub-machine gun.
Yeah, I don't tend to use those for a reason.
I like them. With Ballistic Shield, they can be a very potent weapon. Just haven't figured out how to use them on this.
Like, yeah, you're running around with a spear. What do you think is probably the biggest issue facing the Democrats in the coming years?
Total lack of understanding of what is going on around them, honestly. Because you can't deal with a problem if you do not understand a problem.
What is the problem they're failing to understand?
That this is fascism, that we're not approaching it, that we're living in it, and that they're not going to find their courage, they're not going to be able to be mediated with or negotiated with, that this is an enemy, phrased such, an enemy, and that they can't be treated with like an equal party.
Then what do we do?
Needs to exist for the... Hopefully...
Like, if you can't treat with them, the alternative is kill them.
Perhaps. Look, this is how this is going to go, in my view. We will have, theoretically, an election next year. That election will either be free and fair, and it will be a contest of ideas, or they're just going to start arresting members of Congress, which they are already talking about doing. I'm sure they will do it. And then, well, yeah, what can you do at that point? If there are no... I mean, like I said, I don't call myself a leftist for a reason, but if not the ballot, the bullet. I really don't know what alternative exists. I'm not a violent person, you know that, but the reason we have democracy in the first place...
To any FBI or ATF or DHS listening, I do not know that.
I said I'm not.
I do not know that. To any federal agents listening in, I do not know that.
You should know that, but I'm not. I just like violence. I think I've been in like 2 fights in my entire life. But I don't look forward to the prospect of it at all. Nor do I think it's necessarily like what has to happen. It all depends on what they choose to do, right? Like why do we have democracy? What is the point of it? The point of it is to allow people a way of mediating and deciding on controversial issues without resorting to violence.
Well, I mean, you might argue that politics is violence in itself. The side that loses out in the vote just gets to live with the violence inflicted on them. Maybe the difference is that it's just legitimized.
No, because democracy also, alongside democracy, you have rule of law, the goal of which is to place as many layers between violence and the exercise of violence by any one person as possible. But of course, we are eradicating our rule of law, too. Stealing your spear. Let me see what I can do with it. That's my answer. As unpleasant as it is.
A little bit of an understatement, right? Your answer is essentially that there must come a point where we must kill them. We must confront them violently.
Yeah, I've read that essay too.
Well, I mean, it seems like you're endorsing its ideas. That we have
am-
moved to such a point now where violence it can be justified.
Yes. Like, I mean, I'm not too afraid of saying that. Like, yeah, federal agents, sure, whatever. I'm not afraid of saying that because, you know, I am a Jewish liberal journalist student. Like, I'm not necessarily the first in line for the concentration camps, but I'm not far from the front. As is. So it just doesn't worry me too much, somehow.
Requesting orbital strike.
But yes, I am endorsing the ideas of that essay. I've already done it once in public, I guess I'll do it again. Shit, even Hakeem Jeffries said it earlier today.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
He said that, like, if DHS agents come for our people, they'll find out, which is haha, funny, fuck around, find out joke. But at the same time, that is the the minority leader of the House saying, we might have to shoot these guys. And this is like Hakeem Jeffries, who is a coward.
Tell us how you really feel about him.
Requesting sentry.
I did. He's not as bad as Schumer, but he's bad.
ChatGPT, please don't. Running away.
Really missing my gas here at the moment. Let's see this thing.
Rare sample collected.
God damn it.
Okay, so I have found the best weapon so far
What is it?
against the bloaters, other than the Wasp, which is still the most reliable one, but very hard to use in cities. The Stalwart just tears through them, like less than half a mag.
Yeah. That's kind of one of my favorites.
Stalwart's great. There's a ship over here, and I have nothing that can destroy it.
I'm a little engaged.
Yeah, I know.
Well, actually, let's just hang on to that grenade. I need to find this last thing, get rid of this disruptor. So I guess the rise of fascism would be America's #1 problem going forward then, too.
Oh, yes.
Or maybe
Going
complacency in the face of fascism.
We're here. Even going forward.
Fuck.
Oh dear. I'm going to flee.
Dropping a pin. North.
You know what? I just want to finish the mission. Yeah, I know, I see you.
Calling in reinforcements.
I like the Seeker grenade, but I am not bringing it on these guys anytime soon again.
Have we established if it works against the Air Force?
I haven't even tried, and I've barely seen them around.
Orbital strike incoming.
Calling down a sentry. Requesting air support. Requesting advanced weaponry.
Gotta fucking get out of here.
Ministering med.
Thank you. Survive that. So, I don't know if you've learned this. The prongs above and below its eye are the shield generator. If you take that down, if you can take that down, you can't get its shield up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go destroy that last ship that you wanted destroyed.
Good luck. I guess we gotta...
I got beheaded by a laser beam. Dude, it literally beheaded me. I could see my head right there.
It's now tanked 2 shots. You fucking kidding me?
Why don't you go poke it with your spear?
Nope. Wow, it does just eviscerate them, though.
Reinforcement budget depleted.
So one of us needs to run stalwart, one of us needs to run spear.
Deploying reinforcements.
I think the spear is the best one, because, like, yes, it deals with the Air Force, but nothing else.
I feel like the Air Force is kind of like the big thing we have been struggling with.
It's been a problem, but there are other things that I think can probably deal with it. We need stuff that can deal with the... Currently our biggest problem seems to be... God. Our problem seems to be the overseers and the bloaters. And the harvesters. Harvesters are a perpetual issue. Stalwart is very good. Squids! On a squid planet, you don't say, really. You're telling me fascinating things here. Let's go get that last ship and get the hell out of here.
Well, we still gotta evacuate priority citizens.
Yeah, we haven't done the main mission yet.
I'm going to go get that last ship. Told you I'd get it. You go to the citizens.
I'm going, but it has to go through that ship anyway.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw an orbital at it.
Orbital inbound.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Okay. It's up ahead.
Backpack inbound.
Additional reinforcement funding approved.
You wanna give me my spear back?
Hang on. Yeah. Have fun. That. And take this.
Okay,
Make
but
my
it was the
SMG
spear I
again.
needed. I already have the backpack.
Oh, I don't have the spear. I have the stalwart.
What'd you do with the spear?
I have a stalwart. It's a core weapon. I left it in the city.
You asshole.
What was I supposed to do?
Well, if you were gonna pick it up, you could at least take it.
I did. I used it a couple times, and then I had
you.
to pick up my stalwart. Wow. Run 1 reinforcement. Do you really want to do this?
Objective near your position.
I have a spear. I can stun you and then do whatever I wish.
Today's reality TV episode, we send a Democrat and a Republican into deep space. Can they put aside their differences for Super Earth?
Requesting sentry.
No.
No. That's sort of what we're seeing with, like, Russia right now.
You don't have the
Why do you
cards.
support Russia?
You don't. The Illuminati have the cards, but you don't have
Like,
the cards.
It's genuinely, like, why do they support Russia? It's just because it's to own the libs. That's it. There is no deeper or more principled logic behind it. They just really want to own the libs.
I got the terminal.
Deploying replacement squad.
You had one
Not
job,
both of us.
Arken. You had one job
What was my one job? Oh, wait,
to save my ass while I was on the computer fucking with the keyboard.
You realize that was your own thing that got you, right?
That was the turret. I got killed by ChatGPT.
Yes. Wait, I'm gonna.
How does that keep
go
happening? Okay, I don't think.
I-
You know what? And the funny thing, the Gatling Sentry never does this to me. I brought ChatGPT.
Aw. Okay. I'm gonna go prone and I'm gonna watch that fucking thing.
I'm going to suggest our more direct, substantive issue is not fascism or the propensity of Republicans to embrace fascism or the apathy of people towards creeping fascism, but media literacy. I think fascism only really exists. Normally, you'd say it in a media-scarce environment. That's why they're so keen on controlling media. In this case, it's an overflow of media, right? It's too much media. It's too much fake, independent media that serves its own narrative ends to... Well, it's the difference.
What is
that
the meaningful difference? Like, in the terms of the effects, what is the difference? Like, at the end product.
In terms of the difference is that regular Americans, if they have some media literacy, can embrace media that effectively debunks fascist media. Whereas in a media scarce environment, there is no alternative. So here they at least have that alternative. They just don't consume it.
That is a good point. That's true.
But I mean, that's kind of like our big issue is, I mean, certainly you've got family members who you see repost some fake nonsense bullshit they saw off Facebook. You know, I had to deal with this.
I don't. I actually don't. All of my family members are either registered Democrats, former registered Democrats, or might as well be registered Democrats. I have... Oh, hello. I have one great uncle who is kind of Republican adjacent, but he isn't super political. So...
They just did a bunch of airstrikes on innocent civilians. Who would do such a thing?
Ready to liberate. Calling down support weapons.
Wow. Okay.
Calling in an
Oh shit.
orbital strike.
Oh fuck.
Don't die. I need you for this. I want to win this fucking mission. I wonder what kind of armor they have. Like, this is light armor. All my weapons are light armor pen right now. I wonder... I should probably run. Oh dear. Nicely done. Oh,
I'm
shit.
guessing it would be a bad idea to throw down another ChatGPT.
In the middle of the thing, probably. On the outskirts, wherever they're coming from, maybe not a bad idea, actually. That's bad.
Liberty, save me!
Okay, I'm gonna try something. Do you have a spear round ready?
Yeah. What do I need it for?
I'm going to take down the armor, or the shield, on one of the ships.
Okay.
Hit it. Now. Yes!
Throwing grenade!
Ah, no, you couldn't reload fast enough. Fine.
No,
that is a winning
still dropped
tactic,
off its
though.
people there.
Ow. Damn it. It takes too long, I guess. If the stalwart can't take it down fast enough, then absolutely nothing can. Oh, you got a bloater behind you.
Yeah, I know.
Calling down supply! Freedom!
I almost shot that fool.
Okay, we did win, though. We did make it.
Alright, get the fuck out of here. I don't care about anything else.
Supplies somewhere?
Huh?
It's fine, I'll get supplies later. I'm just down to one mag.
I
on my
threw down the
stalwart.
supplies, yeah. It's like over there.
Supplies
Right there.
Southwest.
Fine, don't worry about it. It's fine, I don't want to go back for it. I want to get the hell out of here. I like the SMG, but it is just not good at horde clear. It should be, but it's not.
Calling down a sentry!
Okay. Hell yeah.
Ha!
Okay.
I saw you coming that time, bitch. I knew it was gonna swing, so I hit Z. Okay,
Nice.
hang on. I don't want to be here again. It swings again.
Down.
Found something!
I really wish we had a slot for like utility tools like the hatchet or a lance or a shovel. I fucking love the shovel.
I feel
I
like
know
just
that's
a
weird, but
general accessory slot would be like a cool addition.
Yeah, but like it would be for melee weapons too. I feel like melee should not be in the secondary slot, nor should it have its own slot. We don't need 4 slots, but I think 3 would be good.
Oh, meteor strike killed a ship. That's nifty.
Oh yeah, they do that sometimes. Fun. Oh, what I'd give for Eagle Storm right now, man. Yeah, but I have found an effective way to take out the bloaters, like, very, very quickly.
What is that? The what's it called?
The Stalwart.
Stalwart.
Just excellent. I wonder if the machine gun would be any good, because it's medium pen. Could be more useful on overseers. And Stalwart is a reliable weapon. One mag takes down 2 of them, which sounds pretty bad, but you get 3. You get 4 mags. It says 3, but it's 4. Right, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you have 4 mags. So
Orbital strike.
that's 6 of them dropped before you have to get any ammo. Pretty good. Ooh, there's a bunker.
Found something.
Damn it.
Wait, I wonder if we can blow up their backpacks. Cannot. There's a bunker here if you want to go for it.
I actually just killed myself with my gun.
You do now. You do now. I want my fucking super creds. I need to decide if I'm going to get Chemical Agents, Viper Commandos, or the new War Bond next.
Alright, let's go.
Hell diver.
You have all the War
Right to the
Bonds?
front.
No. Most of them, but no, not all.
Do you have Viper Commandos and Chemical Agents?
Uh,
You have Chemical Agents, I know you have that.
I don't know. I don't think I have Viper Commando now. I think that's the one with the explodey secondary. What's it called?
The Bushwhacker.
Extraction is available.
No, you're thinking of Servants of Freedom. That's the one with the fucking orbital strike on a pistol.
Yeah. That
No, that's a really good war bond, but no. Oh wait, but you do have that, because you have the double-edged sickle.
Calling down a sentry.
I'm pretty sure that's where that comes from.
Requesting air support.
Wait, why are they all running in the opposite? Oh, they're going for your other... That's excellent. You got them between 2. That was beautiful.
totally
beautiful.
intended.
That's right there.
Totally intended.
I intended or not, that was really beautiful. That was a Helldivers moment certified.
How'd you like
By
to
Super
take
Earth.
all freedom?
Okay. We fucking cleared them out. That was really good. Oh no, don't you fucking try. Don't you fucking aim at me, you son of a bitch. Do we want to go for the station or do we not care anymore?
I don't dare. 11 minutes left. I say we just move on to the next one. I don't need the extra experience or anything like that. I'm good. I got everything unlocked
It's not
that I needed to
experience,
unlock.
it would just be squad impact if we finished the operation, which I assume would defend the mission for longer, though I really don't know how this is being calculated. Whoa. Nice.
Funding approved.
Not bringing the secret grenade again was not worth it.
I think gas grenades might be your best bet.
I don't have chemical agents. There's
Oh,
a
right,
reason I'm
right,
asking
right,
you.
right. How about stun grenades?
It's one of the... what am I missing for grenades, actually? I don't know if either of the... Aside from the gas grenades,
Or
I don't think I'm missing
incendiary?
anything.
Incendiary impact? Any of those?
That's what I've been bringing. It's alright. I don't really know how good it is, though, because I've just been dying as a result of my everything else sucking.
Requesting tech pack.
I didn't use my heavy machine gun, like, at all.
Requesting sentry.
I mean, I could run down there, of course. Like, there's nothing in my way right now.
We got one.
Calling in
We got one. Just go for it. I'm gonna call in
Alright,
the
let me-
extract, and either you make it or you don't make
Look.
it.
Yep, I'm leaving that. I got everything on max. Let's do this. For democracy. 3 minutes. We got 9 minutes 40 until the mission ends.
I see where the first one is spawned.
Calling in an eagle. Orbital.
Okay. 4,
Firing
3,
orbital barrage.
2,
Clear the area.
1. Impact.
T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I hadn't killed him? Oh my god. Okay. That's concerning. So Cluster Bomb is worried at voteless, but it does not take down the bloaters. So we got a Harvester.
Yeah.
That's bad news.
Oh, he actually called him in. I wasn't sure if he saw me.
You doing okay over there?
Yeah, ish.
Because they're, I'm only like halfway there.
Yeah, ish.
Orbital strike incoming.
If you die, I'm calling you in on me, and we're gonna have to just do this together because it's not like we're gonna run back to the extract.
Yep.
It'll be too late anyway. Oh my god, this fucking thing. This thing takes a while to start running, like to actually notice you and get aggroed, but once it is...
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
We are doing better, though, than we were.
Yeah, it helps when we're 2 settings down on difficulty.
That's true, but I mean better than we were at the start of the mission.
Oh yeah, but we landed like right in a bunch of them at the start of the mission.
I really didn't think we were gonna make it at the start. Oh, shit! The jet fighter just got one of them for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get an angle for that.
ETA T-minus 1
Thank you, asshole fighter.
Come on. I can't lock from this far. Come on. It really can't
Will
lock
not.
from this far.
Well, I mean, that checks out.
You will never destroy our way of life!
Nope, too far.
Really wouldn't make sense if it did.
That would be really nifty if it did.
Oh, shit. Whoa. Okay. That was close.
Doing supply beacon!
Deploying equipment. ETA T-minus 30
No,
seconds.
no, 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 no. Not like this. Not like this. Democracy protects. Democracy protects. Democracy protects.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Oh, I'm not in a good way. I'm not in a good way. Democracy fucking protects. Shit.
ETA
You can
T-minus
leave
10
if you need to. Rather you didn't. But if you need to, you need to. I'm not planning to win. Killed my fucking hell bomb. I have to just survive for a while.
This is epic to watch, though.
Oh, you're dead?
No, I'm alive. I'm just looking at the map.
Watch where you're standing.
Yeah, you're watching.
They're
my-
like way more
my
concerned
fight.
with you than they are me. Yeah. And all I can do is like look from
Welcome.
the distance and see like a bunch of like mortars getting fired at you, the jet coming in for air
Oh, you
strikes.
see it from over there?
Yeah, I see it. But I can't lock onto anything, and the only way I can go over there.
I'm on no stims. I'm about to die. I'm about to fucking die. One more hit and I'm gone.
Get that hell bomb. Make it your last thing. And I can
I-
reinforce
I
you here if you
need-
do.
I can't. I need to. Yeah, there it is. I did not get the hell bomb.
Calling in
We
reinforcements!
can just leave. It's fine. I got a lot of them, but it was not enough, and I don't want to go back there. I even called in the hell bomb, but they destroyed it before I could activate it.
Joining the fray.
Let's just get the hell out of here.
Extraction complete.
Worth a try.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Victory was never in doubt.
Was victory ever in doubt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we doubted a lot of that shit.
Okay. Unremarkable, you assholes. That felt very goddamn remarkable to me. So, but I am slowly locking in a pretty good weapon customization. Or weapon loadout for this. SMG wasn't doing it, but Stalwart definitely was. Stalwart as primary works.
We could swap out Spear for Quasar, and that opens up a backpack slot.
Does open up the back. Guard dogs are very good.
A victory.
Yeah, but my
Wow,
concern
you're
is
killed.
that it's... What's that?
They're kills.
How much did I get?
442.
Wow, nice. Ergonomics with a reflex sight.
I don't really know what ergonomics means. I mean, I know what the word means, but I have no idea.
How it translates to game mechanics? I don't either.
Yeah.
The illuminant
I'm just going with all the new stuff, and
Next.
I'm gonna figure out
The Kraken
everything
has
else.
been
Oh
drawn
my
from
god.
deep. Now it
Jesus
can be
Christ.
slain.
There is a drum magazine at level 24 of the Defender,
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
and it
Help us
increases
find
your capacity to
orbital
75.
thrusters.
That's insane. Wait, that's actually crazy,
Orbit
though.
synchronized.
What about the Adjudicator? Adjudicator doesn't get one. What about the Liberator? Liberator gets a 60 mag. That's amazing. I am sticking with Democracy Protects. I know people clown on it, but it's so good. Down here? Or not enemy, yeah.
Not
I
where.
think like here says enemy presence. That would mean it's a small area like earlier. We don't want that. I'd say like here on the high ground. So let's see. Napalm was good. I'm wondering if it was good enough. I know what I want. I know I want the stalwarts. That's for sure. Don't need the stun lance. I'm gonna go with the Talon again. Or the ultimatum would be very funny, but I'm not doing that. For my main weapon. I have a backpack slot open. I can bring a guard dog, or I can bring a jump pack. What do you think?
I feel like jump pack would probably be more useful. That increased mobility.
Probably. Let's give it a little go here. And then I have one more stratagem slot. I could do a gas strike. One of my problems last time... Let me switch out my grenade. One of my problems last time was that the Seeker just is not doing it. Figure out what my main weapon should be. Breaker Spray and Pray could be interesting. Or the Eruptor. Eruptor takes too long to aim. I'm gonna bring the Blitzer and see what happens. He's been pretty good to me before.
I never got much use out of it, but that's probably because I used it a lot against the bugs.
Honestly, I use it mostly against the bugs, and I've found some very good uses for it. It's either the Blitzer, the Eruptor. I like the Eruptor, it just takes too fucking long to aim. The Blitzer, the Eruptor, or one of the shotguns. There is a version of this where I take the SJ-20 Halt, which has a stun mode, and I can stun enemies and you can just take them down. Especially if that works on the Bloater. In fact, you know what? That might be the play. That's one of my favorite weapons, that way. For now, anyway. Help me decide on Gas Strike versus Napalm.
I think Napalm's probably going to be more useful.
Okay. Right. I mean, hang on. Are we fighting in city streets a lot? We are. Nah, screw it. I'm going to bring the Gas Strike. It blocks off alleyways for like a good 10-15 seconds.
Sure. And it's got a lower cooldown too, right?
Hellpod launch initiated.
Much. And it's a lot more targeted, so I can use it and then be in the same area of operation without having to run away. Use the EP. Dropping in. Oh, wasn't that great? I guess I can test my fucking theory now. Does not stun them. That's really stupid. It should. Or does it? Does not appear to.
That thing's still alive? You have to destroy like all the faces on it, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, and it's really annoying that it doesn't get stunned by seemingly anything. That's like a problem. And I don't think it's meant to be that way. Because with the Hulk, you can actually stun it with a stun lance. Or a halt.
The sample should greatly aid in the war.
Oh, did I just hear any voice line?
Did you?
I think so.
Tagging map. Northwest.
Okay.
200 meters.
Well, let's see if the Quasar kills these things in one hit. What does that sound?
Get really sharp. No, no, no. I got it.
Okay.
Let's keep close. Whoa, it got really dark all of a sudden. It should. Did it?
I might have missed.
Do you want to keep waiting? Because you're about to get overrun. Well, now it'll kill it.
It did not.
Oh my god.
I think it just pissed it
I
off.
finished it. Yeah,
Well.
that's terrifying.
Let's try it against the Voltless now. Let's see if this works.
You're gonna use the Quasar Cannon against the Voteless.
It works.
Look, I know they're undemocratic scum and everything, but isn't that a little
Excessive?
overkill?
No.
Objective in your vicinity.
Can this thing penetrate through the shields of the...
No, nothing except for an orbital strike cannon. I can break the shield. I mean,
That's what I'm trying to do.
if you've broken the shield, you haven't broken the shield though.
Hang on. What's this new...
We're about to have a bigger problem though. Alright, the shield is down. Nope.
Wow.
Alright, now let's take out this thing.
Requesting fortification.
Okay, red dot. Bad idea.
We got a shield generator down. Oh, so what was a bad idea?
Hey, you know, the HMG emplacement's actually a good idea.
HMG is great. Anything HMG. I don't use emplacements much anymore. I kind of got tired of them because, honestly, they are very overpowered. But right now, we could use overpowered. AMR. I wonder how good that is. I'm gonna take the AMR and call him another stalwart in a few minutes. Are you still being chased?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, get behind me.
Okay.
Get over here, you son of a bitch. Oh shit. Come on, there you go. Okay, I don't know how heavily...
Yeah. Quasar confirmed to not kill.
And it's pretty heavily damaged as is. Neither does the AMR. Hey, I'm not taking the AMR. I know it can take down overseers really quickly, but that is not enough. It's just a fucking bullet sponge, is what it is. What it is.
Calling down supplies.
Democracy needs you.
Down equipment package.
Wait, did this...
We never actually found the black box facility. I think the shield has to be taken down first.
Yeah.
If you hit it in the
Opening?
Yeah, well, obviously. Let me make sure the shield remains down. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It does that.
I'm Super
Which is
Earth's finest
nice.
soldier.
There's
You
something
sure
here.
are. Another flamethrower.
Sea artillery here.
Objective located. West.
Oh, good. Goody, goody, goody. Meanwhile, I still cannot find black box.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to Siege Artillery and I'll go look for it? Or you want to switch roles?
I don't mind doing C40, but if I get attacked, I'm fucked. There's a high explosive around here. That's nice.
Calling in an orbital strike.
Orbital strike incoming.
Package.
Yeah, I think I see
It's gonna be
the
mostly
crash side.
static at this point.
Dropping package.
Oh, good.
The shit you guys tank sometimes.
I know, right? Since we're gonna have 2 static shells, that's okay.
Black box, black box, black box, black box, black box. Found it.
Dropping package.
I'm gonna just grab and run. And not even
How
fight.
bad is your situation?
I'm getting chased. It's not too bad though.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
Okay, I'm gonna actually start it off with static field. I'm gonna save the
Package acquired.
okay.
Dropping package.
So it'll be static field,
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
explosive. This isn't usually how I do it, but this time. Oh, there's an explosive. Okay.
Dropping package.
Static field, explosive, explosive. Napalm and HE. Not going backwards.
You will never destroy our way of life. Package acquired.
Okay, C40 is done. Oh my sweet almighty.
Tried to stop it.
Right in time. That is so... That's not what I was referring to. That's just more problems.
Now let's blow up this research station real quick.
Okay, I just got 33 kills on that. That's how many of them there were.
Dropping package. Marching order. Package acquired.
Oh dear.
Objective near your position.
Dropping package.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Calling in a hell.
There are a lot of them.
Yep, and they don't see me right now.
They're about to.
Dropping a pin. North. 300 meters.
If you can activate that hell bomb right as they're about to show up, that would be
Engaging terminal.
excellent.
Like that.
Alpha.
Oh dear.
He might have hit the hell bomb just as I ran and activated it.
Package acquired.
I'm just going to do that. Do you have your... Okay, well, let's call you in.
Dropping package. Another diver
How
for
many
the
of them are
cause.
there?
Package acquired.
That was funny. I thought I was so slick too. It's like, they don't even see me. I'm in and out.
Dropping package acquired.
Okay. We got 2 heavy enemies behind us. I don't think they see us.
Let's just make our way to
Let's
the...
go, my sweet Jesus Christ.
Is he that sweet?
Dropping package. Going in. I've got the package.
You got it? Okay.
Phew! Ah, it feels so good.
Minutes remaining.
Oh my god, you have no idea how long that sneeze has been in there. It's so painful.
I'm so happy for you.
God, I hate allergies. It's just
I know
you
the
feel
feeling.
it. You feel it. It's like right there in your sinuses, and it's never coming out. Doesn't matter how much you look up at the light. Doesn't matter how much you try to like soft breathe to tickle your sinuses or any of your tricks. None of it matters. It's so satisfying to sneeze.
Well, my allergies close my throat, not my sinuses, so I can somewhat relate. But not entirely.
My throat's not too good either.
Dropping package.
I'm on 120 this site.
I don't have like pollen or hay fever or anything. But it's tree nuts. Fuck me. I forgot I had jump pack that entire time.
Stand clear.
Wow.
I got that.
Did you got it?
By the way, you don't have a backpack, so I can give you a jump pack as soon as it reloads.
That would be nice.
That will help a lot. We're gonna have to come back for that. I don't think it'll get all the ships. It's like right next to extract though, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's only one more.
Alright. Actually, we're not being chased too closely.
Pack inbound. Pack acquired.
Enjoy.
Hang
How
on,
far
I
into
just
the
saw
city is it?
my target. Where did it go? I saw you. Where were you? There you are.
Target.
Flying
No.
around.
Oh, I see it too.
Dropping package.
I have nothing against that. I am going to flee.
I'm waiting on the quasar. Or waiting
Coming
with
around.
the quasar, I should say.
It's just flying around. It's not even like coming around for us. Did you just say bots?
Allahu Akbar.
My guy totally just said bots.
Ah, I got his
These-
ass.
I love watching it just fly across the map and
It is
crash.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Deeply satisfying about that. For the love of it. Are you kidding me? It's just trying to jump over the fucking... Okay, here we are.
Oh, just trying to knock you down. I did knock you down.
You fucking...
Calling in an orbital strike.
Okay,
Firing orbital strike.
probably a good idea. There's a cognitive disruptor somewhere. Where is it?
Right there.
Never mind. Objective located.
There it is.
I'll just speed run. I'm gonna go run to the cognitive disruptor. I'll go kill it.
Oh, not a bad idea.
Found
There's
something.
a bloater coming towards you. It's low, but it's there.
That's alright.
Clearing the city is going to be fun.
Fire in the hole. To the sky.
Okay, I've delivered the black box. That's done.
I'm gonna go get rid of this disruptor.
Quasar has been very good to you, by the way. I'm noticing.
What's been very good to me?
The Quasar. Been highly effective. You got a ship on you.
Yeah, I got a shitload of things on me. I gotta run. Whee! Oh shit! I had a lot of shit on me.
Must defend prosperity.
Oh. Oh! Oh, this is bad.
Requesting orbital.
One of them bloaters. Just does not want to die.
I need to call in resupply or something.
Go for it. Okay, over here.
Fire in the hole.
So I think that is a problem. I'm gonna get to cover.
My body for Super Earth.
Wise words of Bart Simpson. I didn't know it was physically possible, but this boat sucks and blows.
Oh my god! I don't think I'm gonna make it to the supplies. My leg's broken. Oh, not much you could do there.
Back in the fight, diver. Ooh. Don't lay flat there, you fucking moron. Run!
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Nope. I'm dealing with the bloaters handily, but now the artillery has arrived.
Calling in orbital strike.
I'm gonna see if I can do anything about the cognitive disruptor while you distract them.
Found something.
Not like one mini horsepower ship.
Nope. Oh my god.
Okay, I found this last power supply. Done. Done and dusted. There's a car here. I'm gonna take it. Kind of run over some civilians.
Throwing grenade.
I've taken enough RV in a while. Love this thing.
Liberty, save me!
God damn it!
I'm gonna-
The fuckers with
I'm gonna go for the
the
crowd.
when they
Oh,
bitch slap
that did
you,
not
it's
work,
just
that did not
permanent,
work.
endless stun lock. I threw down an HMG if you can find it.
This thing.
Outpost destroyed.
Nice. Motherfucker.
Reloading!
Hang on.
Use your jump pack.
To the sky!
Yeah, I'm waiting for an opportune moment.
Calling in reinforcements!
Get you in. Why am I shooting at the... Okay, I'm back at the objective.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Ah, great, I gotta turn it all the way around. That's awesome. I'm super happy about that.
Ready to liberate! Requesting orbital strike!
Now I can do this.
Firing orbital
Calling
strike.
down a support weapon!
I like how I'm just floating now. I might die. How far do I need to turn?
2 o'clock.
A little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Gotta get a bloater down. I know they're not called bloaters, but Flesh Mob is such a fucking stupid name. Oh my god. Also, it does not help that it is obviously a wordplay on Flash Mob. Okay. I heard the sound.
I got the terminal!
Oh, Jesus. Down. I got you covered.
Yeah, we should be good now. Ish.
More or less.
Famous last words.
You have a car somewhere in here. Oh, is it gone? I had to say it. I had to say it. Oh, Jesus.
Calling down supply!
I love when they just walk through fucking walls.
Did we get all the ships? Or are there still any left?
There's at least one left because I see red on the map. We did the mission. I'm so happy. Oh shit. Oh shit. Not happy about that though.
Calling down fortifications!
Oh wait, I have Quasar. What am I doing?
It 100% says bots when I mark them on the map. There's a railgun here. I want to see if it can do anything on them.
The HMG
I'll
emplacement
find out
kills
another
them.
day. Of course, HMG kills everything. Including factory striders if you shoot long enough.
Yes, I know.
And in the right places.
I know.
It's just a little bit cracked. I love the draw emote. I'm so glad I spent super credits on that. The funny thing is, it's actually useful in combat.
In what way?
It's a very quick draw. So if you're like, doesn't matter what you're doing, if you're firing another weapon, you press B, it will automatically equip your secondary.
Requesting air support!
Which is most useful if you have like a Talon or a Senator, or I guess a Redeemer maybe?
Did we find the last one?
Calling in orbital strike.
I don't know. I'm gas striking them right now. Oh god.
Throwing grenade.
Oh, you're right there. Hi. I apologize, but I have brought this misfortune upon our house. Okay, it's down. It's down. It's down.
God damn.
Oh. That's not great.
Oh, I was just climb the broken rubble of this building like it's no problem. Like, fuck.
Broken Rubble is kind of it's
Oh, I
kind
see
of
the last
fun.
ship.
Like, I can probably get to
Joining a
it.
break.
Okay, where's my ship? I'm gonna go get that last ship. Okay, but I'm not gonna do it with you right there, so I guess I'm gonna just run. Bye.
I might be able to get to it first. Do I have a gas strike? I have a gas strike in 14 seconds.
To the sky.
Yeah, I got it.
Calling in orbital strike.
It's very interesting that nothing breaks the shields except for the gas strike, orbital strike. Any orbital strike in general will take it out with or without a shield.
Alright, we ready to get out of here?
Outpost clear.
Let's just run this way.
Do we have anything that requires we do? Take it out, but hopefully damage it.
What? Take what out?
That.
Activating jump pack.
Yeah, you go fight that if you want to. I'm gonna run the fuck away. Good luck, buddy.
Well, I'm gonna have to go around the city, I guess, because
You got a jump pack. Just hug corners.
yeah,
Jump around like
that's what I'm
Spider-Man.
doing.
To the sky.
Precisely what I'm doing because I am not going through that thing. I have one more cluster bomb. I'm going to use it, and I'm going to get out of here. There's also an expendable anti-tank here. Could use that.
My quasar is on the... If you just go down to your left, my quasar is not far from you.
Got him.
Activating jump pack.
I love that they have EATs around the map. It's an emergency panic button if you find it. They upgraded the UI. It's interesting now.
How
Was
they
it?
upgraded?
It just looks different on the map, especially. But like, I see like we have the illuminate thing marked on the map. Like they redesigned the symbol a little bit. The geometry's a bit different. The color is lighter.
You got an insane
cool.
attention for detail. I didn't notice any of that.
I was gonna say I'm an editor, but then again, so are you. So
Yeah, I'm not a good one.
your videos are a lot graphically simpler because it's usually a few images very well made, but lasting on the screen for a long time. My editing is more. The word I'd use is intense.
Orbital
Yeah.
incoming.
But I'm also an editor in the sense of the copy editor, so there's also that. There might be a bunker here? Question mark?
Outpost destroyed.
Nice. No bunker, just
No, you
pain.
don't. No, you don't.
Dropping a pin. North.
Let's see.
Marching
Oh,
orbital
there should be
strike.
3 secondaries. How many have we taken down? We've taken down the cognitive disruptor. We've taken down the research station, and we've taken down Seafarty. Okay, we've got all of them.
Pulling equipment back.
We got them all? We're sure?
Yeah. This is level 5. I don't think there are ever 4 secondaries on this. There's like minor areas of interest we can go for, but I want super credits. That's all I'm really farming at this point. Oh my god!
Calling
I did
in
not expect that to happen.
Would you get killed by a meteor?
No, I fucking killed. There was. I just saw a group of them like right in front of me under one of those explosive barrels, so I went for the explosive barrel, and it just lit me on fire. The purple ones. I didn't think they lit on fire, but they do.
Flyers, fire, fire.
Now I know.
Calling down fortifications. Requesting tac map.
We're losing out on samples, but you don't care about samples, do you?
No.
I love the Talon so much. So good. Let's see. Trying to range out any threats preemptively.
Got one.
What do we got? Where?
It was just the little eye, the floating eye thing. I blew it up with the quasar.
I'm rather tempted to go back for samples, even though I'm at max samples.
Why?
Monkey brain. Because
don't-
I'm bored. I won't.
It was hard for me to get out of that. I used to watch like videos of people like it would do like solo, you know, legendary or not legendary, like level 10 super hell dive,
Super hell
just
dive.
like shit like that. And like they'd always pass over the samples, and it would trigger me so much because I was in such a I need these samples mindset.
Well, because for a long time we did. I really want them to add more stuff to the DSS, and I really want them to take off the cap on how many samples you can give to the DSS, or at least increase it to the, like, you can give, I think, either 50 or 75 common samples to whichever one requires common samples. You can give, like, 50 rare samples to whichever one requires rare samples. Why? Like, the cap on commons you can have is 500. Cap on rares you can have is 250. Just let us do the cap.
It'd be better if you could just convert them. Like, well, the
Oh.
cap is annoying, but like if you could convert the samples, it feels like there'd be like a lot more areas to use them for. I guess like you could convert them so much more easily. But yeah, the DSS definitely needs upgrades.
The DSS needs upgrades. I want to use my super samples on something, but also, like, I don't think there should be a cap, and if there is one, it should be, like, way higher. The fact that I can only give, like, 50 rare samples a day is sad. I want to have something to grind for. Like, that is how you keep a game like this interesting, and keep a system of progression between updates. There are people like you and me who play way too much and get all the stuff. Oh, shit.
Arken 1 approaching pickup.
Whoa. Okay. Did you see it?
Yeah, indeed I did.
Initiated. Watch where you're standing.
I fucking jump pack right before he hit me.
Orbital inbound.
Jump pack wins again.
Arken 1 preparing to depart. Still along. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
What do we have in there?
Liberty has seen you.
Ergonomics means weapons handling. Well, sure, but like, I want to know how that translates into gameplay concretely. Ergonomics or ergonomics?
I've always heard it pronounced ergonomics.
Ergonomics probably makes more sense in English. Because in Russian it would be ergonomicheskaya, but that does not make any sense in English. Very funny watching everyone in my chat just clown on Hassan.
How many are watching in your chat?
We don't have a whole lot of viewers on the stream, no, like in my server.
Oh, okay. Hassan is so delectably clownable, but I mean, so are we all.
Yes.
If we're being honest.
Well, I don't know.
Hassan's
I've never
size makes him
interviewed a
uniquely
Houthi
clownable.
terrorist and asked about his anime interests. So I mean,
Hard-hitting journalistic
doing okay.
questions.
Freedom wins again.
The wild thing to me is, I like as soon as I saw the story, I was like, I hope the mainstream media doesn't take the bait, and of course they absolutely took the bait. Hassan Piker is like AIDS for the Democratic Party. Like the Democrats who go on streams with Hassan Piker do a disservice to us, because now it's a chance for them to say, look at this radical socialist who says let the streets run red with capitalist blood, you know, interviews Houthi terrorists, and I don't have a problem with Hezbollah, shit like that. Like, if this is the face of our future, we are fucked, right? So what we need is new faces.
yep. Need all those motherfuckers out. Also, what the hell is a reflex site? I would like to know.
You wanna say?
It's I have either a 1.5 tube red dot standard scope for most weapons,
All right,
provides
you
a good
know
and
what?
accurate scope picture, or reflex. What is a reflex site?
Let's do this the Gucci shit way and just put the difficulty on like easy.
The illuminate
It's
host
easy.
draws ever
Oh wait, should we
nearer.
get this last bonus? 8. It's not really a lot.
What bonus?
Well, he said you needed to farm like super credits. I'm interested in farming super credits. You know how you easily farm super credits?
Oh.
Hellpods prime.
Yeah, you go to like stupid level easy.
Engaging.
Wait, did we finish the operation now?
No, we did 2 out of 3.
Bruh, we should have finished the operation. That's how you actually get impact on a planet.
Orbit.
We can do this.
Well, this is a single mission. Is this this is a difficulty 1?
Yeah, well, it's also a good way to get super credits.
Goofy man. Okay. That is fine. We can do that. Yeah, jump pack.
Fun as fuck when we actually struggle with it.
Trying to be very tactical on this, not really.
Am I wrong in noticing this? It feels like there was an element to the left that just would not shut the fuck up about Gaza. Anytime there was a Democrat,
Yeah.
well, there's real reasons to be concerned, but it felt like a lot of people like to wear the aesthetics of being concerned rather than actually being concerned. And they spent a lot of time attacking the people who would most sympathize with their positions. And now that Trump is there, you know, and what does he say? Like, we're gonna have Trump Gaza, you know, like we're just gonna bulldoze everything and establish condominiums, you know, Trump condos like all over Gaza. It's just beautiful real estate, something like that. These people were silent. What happened? These people wouldn't. I couldn't go a day without hearing, like, you know, the protesters heckle Democratic politician, you know, just all the fucking time. Now there's just totally mum.
It's gonna be a stupidly easy mission.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just get super credits and let's talk politics.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna bum a jetpack off you after you have it reloaded.
That's fine. I'm gonna go do the mission.
Well, you wanted super credits. I found a.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know how to do this, right? Like, you just look for the downed. Yep, those. Anywhere you find
Beacons?
Yeah.
Rec slips.
This is how you farm lots of yes, requisition slips, super credits.
I don't farm for a reason, and the reason is that, like, I collect. Nice. I collect the super credits through gameplay fast enough. I'm not really in a hurry. Like, I like having something to grind for, and if I get all the super credits, I'll have all the war bonds, I'll have all the superstore stuff, and then I really will have nothing else. I have no use for medals, I have no use for samples, I have no use for requisition, or I didn't until this new update.
You don't have a use for medals? How are you going to buy the stuff when you get, unlock the new war bonds with super credits?
Well, sure, but that takes like a couple weeks, and then it's another month or two until I can get another war bond to use medals on.
Gotcha.
So in that in-between time, which is most of the time.
Is that your not so subtle way of saying you want me to put the difficulty up?
Well, not necessarily. I think difficulty 5 was okay, though honestly we were still having trouble. I think 3 or 4, honestly. I don't usually do low difficulties, but this is obviously a whole new faction we're trying to figure out. I think 3 probably is the way to go. So, like, I can clear maps on bots at level 10, including all the minor areas of interest, pretty regularly. But these guys are rough.
This motherfucker.
Requesting orbital strike. You will never destroy our way of life.
But yes, there is an element of the left, broadly defined anyway, that is like that, I think. I mean, it's what Natalie Wynn says, right? They're not. Though, if they. There's another aspect of this, like, if they were interested in critiquing power, the Republicans are the power now, so it is rather strange.
You ever
that
notice,
I haven't really figured out.
Well, it always seems. Well, I shouldn't say it always, not necessarily, but it sometimes feels like they're always. It's not necessarily power they're interested in critiquing. It's institutions they're interested in critiquing. When it comes to cultural power, they're completely mum on like the cultural lock that like, or have completely unrealistic expectations about the kinds of cultural power that the Republican Party or conservatives at large.
You're close.
Yeah.
Good.
They seem to have a completely unrealistic grab on like where power rests, at least on a cultural level here. I phrased that like badly because I got broken mid-thought.
Whoa.
Wow, I exploded mid-thought too.
Engaging terminal.
Okay.
Your thoughts are just that explosive.
Calling down a sentry.
It's like every time I stop to like collect a thought, I just get blown the fuck up.
Been launched.
Oh shit.
Well, you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like institutional power itself is
Found something.
it's a little overemphasized needlessly by like this group of left that we, you know, it's such a bad term, a poor term to use to describe these people because they're I'm not even convinced. Yeah, I'm not even sure it's an accurate grasp of their politics, but
It really isn't. How is the left generally defined? It's defined by being concerned with the well-being of the most disadvantaged in society. I don't see that from a lot of the left. Because like I'm a lot closer to the whole Gaza thing than you are. To your great benefit. You don't want to be close to that.
no.
But I am. Because I'm Jewish and I have family in Israel. A lot of them. I also can't stand Netanyahu. I also think Hamas is terrible. So, like, I'm in a difficult middle position where I'm also emotionally connected to it. And, I have seen Israeli liberals do way more for Gaza than Hassan Piker ever has.
What are some
biggest-
examples?
I mean, they haven't won, of course. They're the ones actually fighting the current administration in Israel. They're the ones actually able to do something. And not just, occupy... Fucking... I really have very little grace to give to, like, the campus protesters. Yeah, I get it. What they're seeing on TV is awful. I understand that. I also don't fucking care. What they're doing isn't affecting any positive change. It's just making people...
And that's like my biggest critique there. It just sucks all the oxygen out of the room for like nonsense shit. It's a little bit like Vietnam protesters. It's like, yeah, you spit on a soldier.
Very
What did you accomplish?
similar.
Right? You spit on a veteran. What did you do? What did you do to help people though? Like,
For instance, my best friend goes to UC Irvine. She's a biology major. It was right around finals that these protests began. Also, we haven't found any super credits.
yeah. Okay, maybe this wasn't the best idea.
It's fine. We should do like levels 3 and 4. I think. That's
Yeah, I
probably the way
think
to
so
go.
too.
But so she was having to do her finals, and she had to study. She had to go to their science library. Campus protesters occupied the science library and wouldn't let anyone in during final season. Which, like, she's paying out of pocket for this shit. She has some financial aid, but not a lot.
She has reasons to access this library. She's being obstructed from doing so.
Right. And I get it, they're protesting whatever, people are dying, it's more important than your finals. People don't feel that. All they see is, you're making me fail my classes, and accomplishing nothing in the process. So, like, I will never be able to convince her that there's any value to the Palestinian cause, because she is not apolitical, but a lot less political than you or me, and just doesn't have the emotional bandwidth to give a damn when these people are actively ruining her life.
I would argue further that the emotional bandwidth to give a damn is being rapidly drained by like performance politics that don't really do anything.
Yep.
I feel like we spend more time talking about protesters than we do talking about the things they are protesting, which probably speaks to the ineffectiveness of the campus protests in the first place.
It also speaks to the
bitch.
Deliberate or not, the real effect of what they do. Like, oh shit. I'm cooked.
Who the fuck on even Trivial they'd have the Air Force out?
Yep. It speaks to the fact that I don't really think they're that interested in protesting anything. I mostly think they are interested in glory for themselves and getting attention on themselves.
So the aesthetics of caring, right? The aesthetics of
exactly.
activism.
I have a lot of thoughts about aesthetics. I think most of politics right now is driven by aesthetics.
There's probably some truth to that. How often has the caricature of the left been that girl with the green sweater who said no when Hillary, who had a very good reason of shouting no, right? Because now that girl could be raped and be forced to give birth to a rape baby.
People in all of history.
Seriously, and she's still just this caricature. It's actually like fucking gross.
It is. No, there's a worse one though. At least she was actually kind of like, not overreacting necessarily, but she was being very kind of silly and emotional. That's one thing. That one chick with the red shirt, who you always see in all the like SJW videos.
Oh, Big Red?
Yeah. But if you actually want like the actual video that comes from, they just took a still where she looks silly. But she looks normal. She's speaking very calmly. It's the other guy who is being emotional and unreasonable.
Men can't be emotional. Men are logical. Women
Not
are
allowed.
emotional.
They're not allowed to be, you know.
Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
That was tough for a trivial battle, but in a very stupid way.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. Level 3 it is.
See what the driving time is like. To go in like half an hour, 40 minutes. Let's find out what the time is like right now to drive. Shorter the better.
1 medal.
Wow.
This was so worth it.
Yep.
Harder than the last mission.
What the fuck? I might have to tell my girlfriend I will be late. What the fuck is that traffic? 40 fucking minutes.
When were you planning to go meet her? You need to get off soon, or you want to do one more?
5:15, which is in 30 minutes, but I might go later, not to fucking sit in traffic for an hour. Extra, figure it out.
Super Earth will never forget the Helldivers we lost today, nor the incremental gains they're setting.
That's pathetic. Alt leveled up, yay! Personal order completed, 0 medals, hooray! So the reflex sight is weird. Hang on, don't load in yet. I want to take a look at this. Not weapon sights, that does not help.
This operation would hamstring the enemy's capabilities.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime.
Let me see. Yeah, I don't see the difference, but
Engaging orbital
I'm not going to
thrusters.
take halt. I'm going to take a different. What about the Deadeye? What does that have? What is an iron sight? Oh, it's like a... Ooh, I know what I want to do. Oh, what? It's only paint job? No, okay. Oh, the Constitution doesn't have any attachments. It just has patterns. I'm so sad.
Yeah, it's kind of supposed to be a pretty shit weapon.
I know, but
It's a
it's
meme
pretty.
weapon.
I like it. But I like it.
It looks like an M1 Garand, right? That's nice.
It's a Springfield.
Oh, ooh la
It's
la,
1903
shit out of me.
Springfield.
Civilians young and old who refuse to abandon the hard and managed democracy.
I don't know. What about the Diligence counter sniper? What kind of 4 times combat scope?
Limited force and slow its advance. That's Liberty's latest. I'm Coretta Kelly.
Muzzle brake. And I want Let's break. What about the pattern? That's cool. That's really cool. I'm gonna go with the Diligence Counter Sniper. It's a classic. I don't think I've ever brought it on bots, or I always bring it on bots. I don't think I've ever brought it on Illuminate. Let's give it a go. Give it a whirl.
I already put us on mission.
Oh yeah.
It's level 3.
Yeah, good. I'm assuming that the levels on the weapons, like, you need more requisition and experience as you go along. I have to assume that.
I don't know.
I wish you could look at the customization in here, because the scythe could be a very interesting weapon to bring. Taking what works for now.
Certainly we won't screw this up.
Naturally. I think I'm pretty well equipped for urban combat, though we'll have to find out.
So
You know,
I would,
like, the whole...
so I know what.
You first. You first.
Well, what were you gonna say?
I'm still thinking about the whole performative thing about Gaza.
Yeah, let's talk about it. What are you thinking?
Well, like, there's dedicated ideologues, like Hassan, right? But there are... Ooh, yes, please. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try the machine gun regular and see what it's like. Anyway. So there's dedicated ideologues, but there's also the general malaise of people who are uneducated or only, like, half-educated on the subject, but form very strong opinions.
That's like 90% of people, dog.
I know, but, well, that's the difference between that and people who are apolitical, though. So, like, I can't tell you how many times I've been asked or just told, "Oh, so you're a Zionist?"
Yeah,
Like-
that's kind of a word that's lost relevant meaning as a consequence of...
I posted something about that last night, but, like, it means, to most people, that word means either that you want the total eradication of Palestinians and that is a good thing, or that you want the total eradication of Palestinians and that is a bad thing. Both are, of course, wrong. It's just a fancy word for Israel should be a country, right? It's been perverted from inside and out, from, like, the Palestinian side and from, Netanyahu, who uses it as a term for, let's be xenophobic, it's really in this year. So, I don't know, my general thoughts, I suppose.
I've noticed the same thing. Have you been following any of the Ethan Klein, Hassan Piker drama?
Ethan Klein, I found him quite insufferable for a long time, so, no. The shame both sides can't lose.
Okay, well...
I know he's in the right, like, by comparison to Hassan, because it's really hard to be wrong in comparison to Hassan, but I don't have the energy to care, honestly.
Okay, well, I don't know if how much of it you've actually looked into or where it, came from, but it started with a stream between Hassan and Ethan, where Ethan is telling Hassan why, statements like "from the river to the sea" are, really uncomfortable for, a lot of Jewish people, because the way they hear "from the river to the sea," even if there's some, benevolent intention behind it, it sounds like a racist whistle for, we're gonna eradicate Israel, we're gonna eradicate the Jews,
Which is what it usually means.
and yeah, I grant that's exactly what it usually means, and that's why it totally makes sense to be apprehensive about that. Hassan doesn't budge off this. He defends the use of the phrase, and while he's doing this, his chat is calling Ethan a racist and a Zionist, even though he's just not. Ethan Klein has made statements about the Palestinian cause that, seem to suggest he's in favor of a two-state solution. He believes that the Palestinian people have rights to not be subjected to being blown up all the fucking time, that they should just live a life unmolested, as All people should.
Ethan Klein is an idiot and a scumbag for a lot of different reasons, but he's not a fucking, like, radical Zionist. I know that.
Well, why is he an idiot or a scumbag? I don't know much of his work beyond, like, this whole thing. And I only know this whole thing because I watched a single Destiny review of it. And that was
I don't know. I just know... I have... my only education about that subject has been... there's this Australian comedian that I like. His name's Lewis Spears, and he made, like, a fun satirical... He's talking about that. Mostly in favor of Ethan, but, like, I don't know. He reeks of fucking grifter's energy, but he is not nearly as much that as fucking...
Right.
What's his name?
Hassan Piker. I wouldn't say that. I don't know him enough to say that. And, you know, with due respect, that's not like you know him well enough to say that either.
I used to watch his older shit, like several years ago. But after that, I don't know, he kind of fell off. All I know.
I gotcha. Anyway, the whole thing starts from, like, the, you know, you're a Zionist, you're a racist thing in chat. And Hassan's defending this statement, right? And it ends up kind of becoming a word that's devoid of meaning where, you know, some connotations of, like, Zionist to me, if it's really just means, like, a person who believes that the state of Israel should exist, fuck, I'm a Zionist, right? I don't think that's the way that word is used. Huh?
I've been asked that before, I've been asked that before, like an accusation, like the way you say, like, are you a pedophile? And I don't stand for this bullshit, and I also don't, you can't intimidate me, categorically. So, I just said, yes. Like the straightest face you can imagine. Also, there's a bunker over here.
I'll get rid of the ship first. It's kind of become a more watered down term. What was I going to say about that? Right. The ability for debate to move forward is completely impeded by the way we frame debates, right? And if we're dichotomizing a good side versus a bad side, you know, without the relevant nuance, even if we might claim to be defending nuance, or we dichotomize a Zionist side or a non-Zionist side, anything to that effect, we're kind of doing a disservice to the broader thing of the debate, right? There was this Destiny clip that I'm making a response video to where he's like, I've got like 5 questions for Palestine supporters or something like that. But the way he asks the questions, like, kind of dichotomizes the conflict in a way that, like, removes nuance. Like, he asked a question, huh? Well, one of the questions was like, who fired first, right? You know, and it's not a good question to ask, right? Because it kind of reduces the conflict to like schoolyard fights, right? Who fired first? And I think it misses the point when you ask that question, right? Somebody could have fired first and be totally right to fire first. It doesn't help us. God damn.
Yeah, for instance, like if you're trying to make an argument for Israel, which I do all the time, like they fired first in the 6-Day War. They were right to do so, in my opinion, anyway.
Request approved. Reinforcements.
Like, who fired first is a pretty bad metric.
Yeah, but I think he's using it as like the metric for determining who started the war. And I don't think that's a good use of it. There's a few other questions he asks.
Like,
what's that?
Who fired first undermines your point if you're trying to argue for Israel, because Israel has fired first before. Not one time, like quite a few times they have fired first. So that doesn't determine who is right and who is not. Oh, shit. You gotta get to this bunker before it gets overrun.
I'm getting overrun here now. Alright, I'm coming.
I can throw a gas strike and reinforce you in a second here.
I got it. Oh shit!
Let's do this.
Where's this bunker at? Oh, down there?
Right next to where I am. Yeah.
Alright, go.
Alright, we've opened the door. We can come back for it later. Let's save our asses now.
No, get it. I got it.
I'm gonna actually not call him my stalwart. The machine gun is surprisingly good. I kind of forgot about that. I've used it before. Ooh, double super credits. Yes. I'm gonna keep the stalwart in my loadout, but Nice no-chicken machine gun. Very good. I wonder how good it is against the bloaters. I have not seen a single one of those here.
I feel like I did earlier.
You've been doing a lot more fighting than I have. But I haven't seen any.
Feels like I have too.
You have. I've been sneaking around. That's sort of the point of my loadout. Stealth diving.
Oh, leave me alone. No, I don't want to get stun locked by these bitches. No, I hate these fucking things.
What got you?
The dude who likes to swing his spear. What is it? The enforcer, overseer?
Oh,
Whichever one of those
overseer.
bitches.
I fucking hate that guy so much.
Like once they hit you, you're just stun locked. Like they knock you down, and you're like, okay, well I'll just stim and run and get this. No, fucked. Get fucked. You're dead.
Yeah, it's essentially a win button when he actually gets you.
Oh, hey, you wanted to test out something? I found your human blob thing.
Found something.
What did I want to test out?
Oh, here's another buddy bunker here for you.
In a second. Son of a bitch. That is a Tesla tower. God fucking damn it. I might have just trapped myself. Oh, yeah. God. Yep, same way you were last time. Guess I'm coming to the bunker. Bunkers, beacons, and the little explodey things.
Our rhetoric has gotten extreme, and extreme rhetoric,
Our?
extremism is
Who's
kind of
our?
our as in the United States, right? Or I shouldn't say the United States necessarily. I should just say people. The way we talk about things has become extreme, needlessly so, right? Inflammatorily so. I was on a WIC panel. I actually thought this was the Prime Kai panel initially. I don't know where I met some of these people. Oh, can't even remember anymore.
Hey, can you switch your game to anything here?
Can I what?
Never mind. Can you switch your game to friends only instead of private? My script editor I mentioned earlier is asking to join.
It's on friends only.
He can be very.
Yeah, it's already on friends only.
Oh, maybe I can invite him. Hang on. Try that. Oh, this Star Art is so good, though.
Firing. Orbital strike.
Thank you.
So I was looking at this outline I made for an old panel I was on, and it was about immigration, and the people I was arguing against were in no other term for it. They were basically advocating for killing migrants. And it's so weird because I feel like something like that would have stood out at the time, and it just didn't, right? You got Lactoid who's saying, if I claymore my backyard and you walk into the claymore, you know, that's justified. Like, that's your fault. You shouldn't be trespassing. And Wick said the same thing. Like, he said, like, it would be okay to shoot migrants, right? And I don't remember us talking about immigration like that. You know? Except in, like, some extreme, like, circles. I don't remember this being the way we used to talk about these issues. And it seems very, very, very evident to me. Maybe I'm mistaken. But it seems evident to me that we're not going to solve this issue if we can't talk about this issue in a moderated way.
Activating Hellbomb.
Do you understand what I'm
All
saying?
right. I understand what you're saying. I just don't know how I would get back to that at this point. I don't believe in inevitability. I really don't believe a single thing in life is inevitable except for change. Change and death, which is in and of itself just a form of change. Change is the only inevitability in life. That said, I do believe in inertia and momentum. And there are certain things that I just can't really be stopped past a certain point. Like, Hitler was always going to invade Poland. That was never going to be able to be stopped.
Wasn't that inevitable?
I'm listening to this in the sense that like, anything is possible, right? Hitler could have had a fucking change of heart at the last second and not done it. It's not outside the realm of possibility. It's highly unlikely, but anything can happen in this crazy world of ours. It's just unlikely. There's a difference between possible and unlikely. And there's a difference between inevitable and we are on that course. Like, for instance, here's a good example. There are so many moments in history where, hey, supercards, where something happens, which we take as like inevitable and because it's so important to the course of history. But like, let's stay with the example of Hitler. A lot of people got shot during the beer hall putsch in Munich. What if he was one of them? Like, there's no reason why not. It's described in very good detail in Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. He barely avoided getting killed there. He got lucky. One of the other officers that was with him pulled him out of the shooting, and that was how he survived. What if that officer was a meter more away from him and couldn't have grabbed him and couldn't have pulled him away? All of world history changes. So that's what I mean when I say nothing is inevitable. Or speaking on the topic of evil people dying, like that shot in Butler, Pennsylvania was not even an inch away from Trump. Like, if he had not turned his head, he would be gone. Not necessarily a better future, because then we probably get like RFK Jr., which is worse. But still, history changes on a dime. That's what I mean when I say nothing is inevitable, and change is the only constant, and it can be very random sometimes. And again, with Poland, and again, Rising from the Third Reich, he describes how like how these diplomats were desperately trying to stop the war for like a week before the war started, and they failed because Hitler, you know,
he was going to do it anyway.
Yeah. There were so many times when, another one, Operation Valkyrie, like, almost succeeded at killing Hitler. We're staying on the same topic here.
One wooden
and it's
table.
Good to see.
Just one wooden table.
Yep, like, that's all it is. And it really was that simple, or could have been that simple. I'm staying on the topic of Hitler, not only because it's dramatic, but also because
it seems relevant.
Like,
yeah, it seems
that too. I'm more so in the vein that, like, here are all the many ways that history could have been changed just with this one guy. Another example I love to bring up, a lot more obscure one, is with Alexander II of Russia. He was assassinated while on his way to deliver what was supposed to be a radical series of reforms at the Winter Palace. Had they killed him the next day, or the next week, or not at all, history could have been entirely different. There might never have been a Russian Revolution. Consequently, there might never have been a Soviet Union. Or, consequently, Brest-Litovsk. Or shit, there might not have been a First World War to begin with.
What does this say about our circumstances?
It says that things seem very predictable and understandable until something very unpredictable and hard to understand happens.
It feels like we've been in unpredictable and ununderstandable for the better part of like a decade and a half now.
Whoa. Are you sure you're on friends only and not private?
It says friends only.
Huh. Weird. That's fine though.
I can put it on public and they could just join it. I'll put it back on private. Or on friends only.
Could do.
I'll just put it on public.
Do it. Let me try. Let me try and invite him. Alright, let's get out of here.
I don't feel like we've been under predictable circumstances for the last decade.
But
I
in
mean,
the same way,
everything the Republican
that-
Party stands for has been flipped entirely on its head.
it's not predictable necessarily, but like Trump feels inevitable. And that feeling of inevitability is a lot. Oh, there he is.
Why does he feel inevitable? What explains this inevitability?
Because he has been in politics for so goddamn long, I think. And because he's such a... God damn it, he's such a fucking character. Like, I say this with as much contempt in my heart as I can muster, but he is... Like, for instance, one of many things, like, he's so goddamn funny. Like, he just says shit, and it's really funny, and I'm laughing at him. Like, I know it's horrible,
I
but
got a
it's
buddy bunker
just
here, by the way.
funny.
Yeah, he's got a lot of charisma that carries him far, and a lot of that's probably like carried over from like television.
It's not only television. Television's one thing. He has just a really attractive charisma. I don't mean attractive in the sexual sense. Well, to a lot of people, not to me. But I mean in the sense of, like, he is a magnetic personality. Or he can be, anyway.
I don't understand how people find his personality attractive. He's crude, he's misogynistic, he's a bully.
Because they are too.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
I guess I would think when you see it, it's a mirror to yourself. If you are too, it should look like a mirror and it should look fucking ugly, right? I don't think even bullies like seeing bullies. You know, it's just it seems weird that we are in this moment.
We like being allowed to be bullies.
Well, that's true. Yeah, we cast our right to be assholes as some sort of great culture conflict. Here, let's do this bunker.
Where's Wilson? Oh, he's dropping in. Okay.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldiver to combat zone.
Alright, there comes our boy. I think one more mission after this, wait out traffic. No super creds.
So Una Moss and you're good.
Oh, okay.
Greetings, Helldiver.
Requesting orbital strike.
Orbital strike incoming.
And he's dead already.
Calling in
He
reinforcements.
fucking
Squished himself.
incredible. He got an emancipator. That's gonna be interesting.
Orbital inbound.
Okay, you ready for World War I tactics?
Alright,
Calling down
yes.
fortifications.
Let's let them walk across no man's land. This is gonna be great. Cluster bomb. This is what, like this, when you can actually get good tactics going, when you can get your positioning right, fighting Illuminate becomes very satisfying.
Tagging location. Southeast.
Should we go check out this city? Wonder what 500 can be up. Yeah, I'm gonna go check. You guys can go call in the
Southeast.
No, I'm coming with you.
extract. Okay, well, I'm gonna go destroy that last ship.
Throwing supply beacon.
Our kills on
Oh
this
my
are gonna be
God.
pretty good, I think. What is it?
Which side of what part of the country you live in? North, south, east, west?
Dropping a pin. South. 200 meters.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I thought you knew
This
that.
is the
I'm
second
in
time you've
San
asked,
Diego.
like, who, me? When there's only you and I in the chat.
I don't know, bro. San Diego, I thought you knew that.
No, I didn't know that. Do you guys have, like, a major mosquito problem in San Diego?
Surprisingly, no. I mean, we have them, but they're not like they are in certain parts of Oregon, for instance, in the summer. Or in, I'm assuming, I know you're in Texas.
Yeah.
You were last time we spoke. I know, like, in Texas and Florida and Louisiana and that part of the country, they're a pestilence. But here they're kind of just annoying.
Calling in orbital strike.
No. Get away from me. Get away from me.
Whoa.
Did I get him? Yes. Gas that bitch.
Interesting choice of words.
Mosquitoes are driving me insane. That's what I'm talking about now. It's muggy and humid. There's mosquitoes everywhere. I can't.
We've
catch
had
this one
really weird
mosquito.
weather. We had cold rain, then we had a heat wave where it got up to like 90 for a weekend, and now it's like back to cloudy and like high 60s, low 70s. Really odd weather we have here sometimes. Really nice weather, but for the most part, but odd.
Do you think the 2024 election was really a referendum on Democrats, or more just like a referendum on the economy?
Yes. I don't know. I think both Democrats and Republicans severely overanalyze a like 1.5% Republican victory. Doesn't mean it's not concerning. I really hate this line from Democrats that they don't have a mandate. Who cares?
They have
Who
power.
cares if they have a fucking...
They don't. Yeah, they don't
That's
care
not-
if they have a mandate. They care that they have power.
I'm thinking on a more practical level. Who cares if they have power? Who cares if they have... Well, I care if they have power, but in terms of like what the election represents is what the conversation is about, right? They have power, sure. That was going to be hates either way. Even if they respected the limitations of that power, they still have power. That's not quite what I mean. I more so mean that it's what I was saying earlier. Like 49.5% of the population was able to vote for that. Whatever reasons they had, doesn't matter. The economy, immigration, whatever. General malaise, as my uncle likes to say
Well,
sometimes.
I feel like the reason's probably pretty important.
It's mostly lack of information and what's it fucking called? The economy, inflation. But a lot of it is just vibes, and beyond that, it's also just they are willing to sacrifice democracy
Oh,
out of boredom more than anything else, really. And
I mean, like sacrifice democracy for the lulz?
a little bit just like we're so fucking fat and well fed, and I mean that in the figurative sense. Like we're so
They've had a good life. Most Americans do, and they don't have any sight of it. They don't realize how good they actually have it in this country.
like look, my girlfriend, who is brilliant in a lot of ways, is also rather poor. She gets minimum wage, right, at her job. And she gets some help from her family, but she's not like very well off. And yet she's able to live in a nice apartment, she can afford food, she has a car, bad car, but still, right? Like, she can afford luxuries every once in a while. She has a pretty good life. Not great.
Even your
Maybe
poorest
better, maybe
Americans
better.
are among the richest people in the world.
Yeah. No, I mean, our poverty line is Mexico's median wage. Like, what is that? I think now. I think one more mission and then I should go. What is the traffic like? Still 40 minutes. Oh shit. Oh. I'm receiving a phone call from the aforementioned person. I will be right back.
Oh, okay. He means a different kind of fat, Rudy. As in, like, fat, dumb, and happy. No, he's right about this, though. Most Americans live pretty good lives if they don't even realize it.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital.
Well, no, I don't think a lot of Americans are fat. I don't know. I would say they're happy. That's kind of an issue. We've come to a point in our country's existence where we are devoid of any kind of like meaning. We're devoid of the things that would have otherwise made us happy in the past. Any point in sadness would have felt like you had the church to fill it, you had community to fill it, you had a load of different avenues to kind of like occupy this sort of an inner turmoil people have. Health in this country was all Christian and white and nationalist. Like that actually did make sense, right? If you're in that in group. But this produced a culture that people didn't actually want to live in, right? Women were unhappy, minorities were unhappy, people's rights weren't taken care of, and the economy only made the economy worse as we globalized. Like globalization is an inevitability, especially in the day and age of the internet. And it's not a bad thing to be a globalized economy. In fact, it's good. You want a globalized economy. You want countries to trade and cooperate and work with each other. That's a good thing. It improves everybody's quality of life. You have a quite hard life when you're dependent on medication, aren't you? For a lot of Americans, they're dependent on medication they don't really have access to. That's like one of our big issues is the ability for Americans to access healthcare they need to live otherwise healthy lives is often impeded by like bureaucratic hurdles that they can't make heads or tails of, and then just the cost. The cost of it itself is insane. You pay into an insurance, but the insurance doesn't kick in until you pay off a deductible. I guarantee if you pull, I'm sorry, just talk in the chat. I think if you polled most Americans, they wouldn't know what a deductible is. About how Americans have it good and don't realize it. But here I am talking about all the ways Americans have it bad.
Well, of course, because there are real problems, right, that people have. Healthcare is probably the biggest one. Healthcare really can make you homeless. Like,
but people don't act like it's that big a problem, right? They reelected a guy who tried to gut Obamacare with no replacement. They elected a guy who undid Joe Biden's cap on prescription drugs like day one.
You are the best of the best. Live up to your name. Live up to freedom.
Okay, where are we? It still says 40 minutes for the drive, by the way, so I'm just gonna go whenever we're done with this.
Okay. Howdy, Brother Stone. The Americans... how do I put this? The things that Americans claim they want never really aligns with how they behave.
No, it does not.
No, you don't.
Objective critical stratagem no more.
Rolling in a hell bomb. New mag. Engaging terminal. Hell bomb armed. Clear the area.
Oh, on level 3 there's only common samples. Huh.
I was watching him.
That was well.
Reinforcing.
Nice. Alright, ooh. Did he bring... brought a guard dog. So you'll get to choose... Oh no, you have a spear. Okay.
Just tell me about your next...
Why'd you go to the spear?
Just because it's easy, anti...
Marking location.
aircraft.
Is it better than Quasar?
Well, in the sense that you don't have to aim it.
Package acquired.
True.
And it's also like a faster reload, I think.
Dropping package.
It's faster, but it's manual, so you have to sit down and do it, whereas the other one, it just kind of does it for you.
I can live with that.
That's the decision I always make, deciding between recoilless and spear. Anyway, you started asking me something.
What's your next video about the politics of Andor? Is that it?
So it's gonna be a direct sequel to the first Politics of Star Wars video. So it's about if that one was about the prequels, this one is about the whole post prequels to Endor era, the Empire era, and the Rebellion era. Andor is in it. Andor season 1. I finished the script like half a year ago, so Andor season 2 is not part of it. This is very sad. It's up on Patreon right now. But I'm dealing with copyright issues. E-Day, expiration day, when all my disputes expires, the 30th. 17 days to go. So far, none of them have been answered. I kind of hope none of them are.
If they're not answered, do you just automatically get monetization?
Yeah. Yes. It's like if a cop doesn't show up at traffic court, is the way I usually explain it to people. Like you just automatically get it dismissed.
That first really video of yours, I think it got what I remember seeing it in my recommended feed, which is funny. It had like 7 million views or something, right? Like it's insane.
Yeah, it's around that right now.
But how much did you get out of ad money out of that?
A lot. I mean, not enough to live off of, but a lot. And that's part of what I'm trying to do with this video, is make this more sustainable. I know it won't pay all the bills, but it will help a lot.
How much is a lot?
Well, let's put it this way. I make like $4,000 to $6,000 a year off YouTube.
Damn.
Usually, like just almost exclusively off this. So if I can double that, again, it's not enough to live off of, but it's pretty damn close with my lifestyle anyway, which is pretty cheap. I'd love it if I could just live off of this.
Cat, what is your problem?
One day.
Hang on, I gotta go let my cat out. She's meowing at me. Oh, she's being...
I see.
Hey, you okay? You okay? Alright, I'm gonna go let the cat out. I'll be back.
That's fine. You got a static.
I got the terminal!
Objective complete.
Dropping a pin, north, 200 meters. Found something! Found something!
Sorry, I'm back.
Indeed. So the hope is, so like there are 19 copyright claims on this video. You gotta understand that. 19, which is, Content ID has gotten scary good over the last couple years. And like to an infuriating degree too. So I filed 19 disputes. I filed 4 on my like test upload so that people could like review it and give me their revisions. I've actually left that up because there are like 3 or 4 days left on those disputes. I want to see if they expire. That will give me a little bit of hope. I'm honestly just trying to occupy my days right now until the 30th of May when they all expire, because it's hella stressful.
Yeah.
Just sitting there watching what may well be a good like $10,000 to $20,000 on the line, based on the mercy of fucking Walt Disney Corporation. But that isn't an honest answer to your question, because that video's done. Like, it's out. It's available just for money, right? But it's finished. There's nothing more I'm doing with that project. The real answer to your question is, the next video is going to be about this, gestures broadly and frantically. About The working title I have is something. It's gonna be something like "Welcome to American Fascism" because it is fascism, but it's not like I'm listening to Rise and Fall Direct talk about that just because I keep thinking about it. This isn't Nazi Germany. I keep seeing people saying, "What would you?"
No,
have done in
it's a
1930?"
poor descriptor, right? Fascism's kind of like a
there's a lot-
poor word.
Well, no, it's a. I wish there was a better ideological term, but there really isn't. It works.
Fuck, I don't have
for
a.
this. It works for this, but it is incomplete because we think of Mussolini and Hitler. This isn't Mussolini and Hitler. There are similarities, but it's not the same thing. And that's a very significant difference. That whole thing that I was saying about how a lot of it is driven by aesthetics is a big part of what I'm talking about.
Yes, all fascism is.
Well, yes, but then also think about this. Think about the circumstances Germany was in 1933. It doesn't justify voting for Hitler, but, like, they had lost, like, a quarter of their territory in a devastating war. Multiple massive economic recessions. Border disputes, right? They were internationally disgraced. They were humiliated. They had their reasons. They're not sufficient reasons, but they had reasons. Like, real grievances, which Hitler promised to deal with. What are the real grievances that Trump was elected based off? What, inflation? The inflation that Biden got under control like a year ago?
The inflation caused by Trump's own ineptitude in handling a COVID
Exactly.
economy.
Like, it's not that. Or if it is, then it's either we're stupid or we're bored. I think it's a combination of the two. I think we are very stupid and we are bored. That's another video, which I have a fun, cool title for. It will be called The Myth of Eden, because I'm on a fucking absurdism kick, because I think that's the only way to remain sane at this point. So I'm making a play on the myth of Sisyphus.
Well, even Sisyphus found meaning in rolling that rock up. What's that Camus statement? Like, you have to imagine...
One must imagine Sisyphus happy.
Yeah, one
and
must
my
imagine
statement
Sisyphus happy.
So, like, my thesis is basically, the story is that Eve was tempted. My counter-argument is she was bored, because Eden is perfect and perfection is boring, and we don't want perfection, we want conflict and struggle. So one must imagine Eve bored out of her fucking mind. That's a more philosophical video I want to make later. First, I want to just talk about what this is and how it works. What is American fascism? It's a very strange term. You don't think of those two words being together, but here it is. Grotesque. In a way I don't think a lot of people have quite grasped. And
How do we like? What are the elements of it, right, that we can point to and say, yeah, it's not Hitler, but it's definitely fascistic? It feels like all the arguments you have, like centralizing power, that's just unitary executive theory, right? It's like we've coded our language now to avoid saying out loud, to avoid describing an uncomfortable situation out loud.
Oh, hey, there's a bunker here. On me.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay.
Right here.
Excellent. Marvelous. Oh, shit. Sorry. I didn't realize you were so close.
Super credits.
I go in, I got you covered. Oh shit, grenade! Sorry. Nice. I have 3 more drops that I need.
Alright, where's the, We're going the wrong direction, aren't we? Oh, we gotta go that way. Okay.
I've learned a very funny way of taking down overseers. It's pretty hard to do, but if they're got their shields up and they're not shooting at you, it is viable. Like 3 or 4 talon shots to their knee will break their leg and kill them.
I treat them like Halo Jackals when the shields go up. It's like, yeah, how much parts I can hit. And they usually does.
Well, usually I just break the shield or nade them, but... Also, 2 shots to the head from a diligence counter sniper. Oh, Wilson's still stuck in here.
Stuck.
Found something!
I might actually send that script to you whenever I fucking start it. I mean, I've been needing to start it, but I've been dealing with other stuff.
What, the American fascism one, or the one about Eve?
Yeah. Why not? Yes. ¿Por qué no los dos?
Oh.
I should. In fact, hang on. Let me, I'll just send you that.
Fire in the hole!
Take a look at it later.
Is that what just notified me?
Yeah. Don't worry about it right now. These are just gonna be samples. Which I will take. Oh, is there a thing down there?
Super credits, baby, and a medal.
2 more drops, and I will have a war bond. I just don't know if I should get Viper Commandos, Chemical Agents, or wait for the new one.
Tagging location.
I think the gas grenades are worth it. There's another thing over there if you want to go get that.
Where is that? Oh yeah, I see it. It's in the other city.
Yeah, it could be super credits. I'm gonna go clear
Could well
any
be,
eliminate
could well be.
ships here.
See, because gas grenades do look good. Honestly, having 80% gas resistance could make hiding in gas clouds a very viable strategy. I have wanted to try that, but at the same time, like, I really don't like how thin they're making war bonds now. It was okay with Borderline Justice because what we did get was really good. But this one, honestly, it's got like it's 1 primary, 1 grenade, 1 melee weapon, and 1 pretty boring, if funny, looking stratagem. And the armor passive looks kind of really boring too. Now, what I want it for is, hey, super credits, 1 more drop and I got it. I want it for the drip, which is immaculate, and I want it for, let me mark it. And I want it for the gun, which looks like an upgraded Constitution. For all its flaws, I adore the Constitution. I think it's a beautiful gun. It just needs a scope and a striker clip.
Get some! Get some!
Which I'm hoping this has.
Damn,
This thing does take medium pen, by the way.
This thing does what?
The ship does get damaged by medium pen. So, like, theoretically I could take it down with my counter sniper. Probably would take forever, but...
If I survive this.
What's the difference between right-wing populism and fascism? That is actually a good question. I have an answer for it. You might have a different one. They have a square and rectangle relationship in the sense that all fascism is right-wing populism, not all right-wing populism is fascism. Truthfully, this is weird, but I think the real difference is, do you have power or are you the opposition? Obviously, you can be a fascist in opposition, but you can't act like a fascist in opposition, because you don't have the power to. But when you actually have power, when you are, what's the word? Not subsidizing.
Subjected?
There's a word I'm looking for. You're subsuming. That's the word. You're subsuming all functions of the state into a central leader, a dictator, undermining institutions, and abrogating the rule of law, then
does fascism necessarily require a dictator or a centralized leader, or can it be?
So, I have been thinking about this. I think you and I might be of one mind on this. Trump isn't a dictator. Discussion question. Trump isn't a dictator. He is a puppet. He is not deciding anything. He is not doing anything. He is only useful to the people who are actually making the decisions because he has a cult of personality, and that allows him to exercise power. And he has charisma.
Who is it that has power over him that's making decisions above him?
A broad coalition of oligarchs and right-wing extremists. Well, formerly Elon Musk, not so much anymore, but like J.D. Vance, Peter Thiel, Curtis Yarvin, you know, the oligarchy, broadly speaking, the Heritage Foundation, broadly speaking, that whole cabal. I think he's mostly a figurehead. The thing is, I do think a central leader is required. You can't have fascism without a central leader, but you can have fascism without a strong central leader. I've been thinking about this a lot, this idea of tyranny without tyrants. Because I'm thinking about the Star Wars video and a lot of the philosophy that we wrote about there. Like, you don't need Palpatine for fascism to happen. He is barely a character in this story after the opening acts, after the first, like, couple years. All of our villains are, like, mid-level bureaucrats and, like, military officers. What fascism does, the real trick of it, is that it empowers people who are power-hungry to be their worst selves and to indulge their worst instincts. That is what defines fascism, not a central leader. A central leader is needed to hold it all together at the highest level, but, like, Trump isn't the one. Same with Hitler, same with Mussolini, same with Stalin. Trump isn't the one who's going out and killing people or, like, arresting and rounding people up and deporting them. He's giving orders, he's supposedly planning it all out at the highest level, though I don't really believe he is. But it's ICE agents and, like, mid-level bureaucrats who are doing most of it. It's Ordinary Men, Christopher Browning. Really good book. I've read part of. You should really read the whole thing. Like, the Einsatzgruppen wasn't Hitler and Himmler and Goering and Speer and Schacht. It was, you know, regular dudes named, like, Heinz. Heinz No Name did the Holocaust, not Hitler. There's also a really good discourse about this in, there's a really good discourse about this in Hannah Arendt, report from Jerusalem on the Eichmann trial, Eichmann in Jerusalem, a report on the banality of evil, that's what it's called.
So without Goering and Himmler and Eichmann, would you have a Holocaust? Like, is that what you're arguing? That
you find a different Eichmann. There's 1,000 Eichmanns in the world. If you're if you read about Eichmann, he wasn't a dedicated fascist. He was just, like, there, right? He just happened to be there at the right place at the right time with the right organizational skills to do what Hitler asked him to do. And if it wasn't him, it would have been someone else. I keep drawing parallels to Star Wars because I'm still thinking about that script. In Rogue One, you have the chief scientist guy, Galen Erso, who places the fatal flaw that ends up destroying the Death Star. And what he says is really interesting. He's like, I thought about sabotaging the project or running away, and then I realized that if I did, they would just find someone else to replace me. This is why I'm really unhappy with people resigning in protest. You can't resign in protest. All you're doing is surrendering the institutional power you have and giving it to Trump and to his lackeys to fill with their loyalists. But
I'm not so sure that's that the material. I'm gonna take the number of attorneys who resigned after the Eric Adams thing. They were in a situation where it was resign or do something grossly unethical anyway, at which point you're just doing what Trump wants.
Maybe.
Like, those are their only options, is resign or be a lackey for Trump.
Or resist and make him remove you. Like, if you have to be removed by force if necessary. That's what resistance is. Civil disobedience, while it can be civil, looks like that. Looks like openly defying orders. And being removed. And you lose that power anyway. But you lose it because you're forced to, and that's really significant, I think. Do I need a flashlight? I'm gonna equip that. I am confused.
You are confused?
Yes. So my diligence, I unlocked something called a 1.5 times tube red dot. What I have right now is a 10 times sniper scope. So I'm assuming 1.5 would reduce pretty significantly what I can do. I'll have to give it a look. And yeah, I do need to go. This has been a very refreshing conversation.
Yeah, we should have it again.
We should. We should make this a thing. We should organize it more, and we should promote it more. Because holy shit! Look how many fucking divers there are.
We could. I used to run this podcast with Jingle Science Lab, where it was called Wasted Potential, where we had to build out an outline every week to discuss. And I was usually me who did the outline, and then it was also me who did the editing. But it wasn't that much editing intensive.
That is exactly what Wilson and I have been doing. We've been calling them fireside chats, and we write an outline the night before. And
I haven't watched this. I've seen you have those. Are those supposed to be like an allusion to Roosevelt?
Yes.
That's what I figured.
You should watch them. I think you'd enjoy them. The last one was very dark and very depressing, though. I had a drink after that. Nice port wine.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do it again sometime. All right. Do
For
you have
sure.
anything else? Any final words?
I'm about done. Let's find out what the traffic is like now.
Well, that's 2 viewers. I'm not
Traffic.
that popular. You're more popular than I am at this point, which is funny because I think when we first met, you had like 100 subscribers and I had like 5,000.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's funny how that happens.
You're okay. I say this with love and respect in my heart, but you are Japan in the old joke about how Japan was living in the year 2000 in 1970, and they're still living in the year 2000 now.
I was ahead of my time and now I'm behind my time. Thanks.
I joke, but also you've like not published anything in a million years.
I'm actually working on something.
That's part
It's
of it.
this response video.
I
to
know,
yesterday.
and you told me, and I'm excited. I want to see it.
All right, cool. I'll send it to you whenever.
I remember you convinced me. You convinced me on Biden back in the day. I remember that.
That's impressive. How did I do that? I don't know that I convinced a lot of people on Biden.
After the election, because I couldn't vote, but I was 16. But yeah, you convinced me in the end that Biden, or you helped to anyway. He also convinced me, Biden himself,
I would hope so.
through his actions. But you put me on a path from which there was no return.
Well, I'm glad to
That's
hear
what
that. I
happened
appreciate
right
that,
now.
man. I think that I don't know if you've ever been told that you changed my mind about something. That's actually like one of the most powerful feelings that like when it comes to.
I have been told that. And it fucking astounds me every time.
Doesn't it like
So-
scare you a bit though? Like, what if you're wrong?
Yes,
Do you ever
very
get that
much.
terrified thought?
Yeah. Yes, it's horrifying because it means people trust me, and that means if I screw up, well, shit. I want to talk to the 1% of divers who are voting for, or the 3% of divers who are voting for the DSS to be anywhere other than Widow's Harbor. I really want to speak to them. We have a day and 8 hours left on this defense.
Well, I don't know how long I'll be playing again in a day and 8 hours, but okay, cool. I did my part. I'm doing my part.
Yes, for sure. All right, let's end the stream, and then I'll get you into that server, and we'll talk a little bit more, and I'm gonna get ready to leave. To the 3 people watching, thank you for coming. I am Jacob, Arken the American. I've been your co-host today. He has been LSP, and together we are, I don't know, what's our band name? The Liberals? The
Yeah, I
Libtards?
guess so.
Yeah, adios to
Adios.
the viewers.
Yeah.